What's up, everybody, and welcome back to This Week in Madden show 221. We got ZFarls, we got S. Gibbs. Gibbs gonna drop that camera down a little lower for us. Get our eagle on right here, and we'll get to popping into the action tonight. That looks pretty good. Nice work. Good work. All right, now that we're here, let us know if the audio sounds good. We were reading your questions tonight. We'll be breaking them down. Here's what's on the agenda for the show. We're going to talk a little bit of the upcoming Madden Challenge, the Patriots Super Bowl 51, Saints offense, the new Vick versus the new Brady, Playmaker Hitch, 96 route running, top 5 defensive books, and then Game of the Week will be a Michael Vick Rush Challenge mixed with Brady in there. So that is the plan for tonight. We got your questions. You can tweet them, drop them in the mailbag using the !TWIMQ command. And that's what we're gonna do. S. Gibbs, the floor is yours. Let's discuss.
I got nothing to say. What?
You have nothing to say.
What happened? What?
You went to Super Bowl 51.
Mm-hmm.
You're wearing championship gear, so obviously you left early to buy it.
I did not leave early.
Why did you leave the Super Bowl early? That's what the chat wants to know.
I did not leave the Super Bowl early. Did not. I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say, Farls.
You don't want to celebrate?
Nope.
Tom's the GOAT?
Nope. No, I don't.
You know we got lucky.
I don't need to. No. Just it is what it is now.
What is what is?
Patriots are world champs.
All right. Hopefully next time you'll stick around the whole game to be able to see it. Gibbs is out in the parking lot.
That's not true.
With Mark Wahlberg.
That's not true.
During it. Not a big deal.
That's not true.
All right. This Week in Madden show 221 is brought to you by ZFarls, S. Gibbs, breaking down your chat's questions. Shout out to S. Fennel for the hype. Pow. Gibbs, first mailbag question. Is it time?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's time
Always
to jump in.
Yep.
All right. So in relation to Madden Bowl, Gibbs,
Yep.
what meta emerged and what meta failed in your opinion? So what were the emerging metas from Madden Bowl, and then what were the failed metas that you thought were going to emerge from Madden Bowl?
Sure. So first thing I would say, well, we can actually do it in this gun tight offset formation. So you could come out in like a cover 2, come out in like nickel blitz if you have it, 2-4-5 even. Cover 2, yeah, that works. So I would say the thing I saw the most. We saw a lot of cross man, we saw all that, but a meta that emerged was the following. So this play right here from this gun tight formation has kind of a deep corner on the left to Jones. You have Tammy in the seam, but more so than I saw in the Madden Classic. In the Madden Bowl, what you saw a ton of, do a cross man with your linebackers, because this is the reason why it works. So what you saw was a lot of play fakes here, and then it was just bang, get that ball in there quick to the seam.
Zip it.
And we saw it time and time again. Like we even saw guys, they would run this play and they would break out of it quicker, and then they would chuck it like at high point passes. I saw that was as like a really important way to keep your opponent honest in the middle of the field, to stop a lot of those routes over the middle of the field, and especially against cross man, it was really difficult for defenders to be able to get to a spot to make a play on that ball when you snap through it, and it's tough to use it because you can throw either seam there. So I saw that as a meta that, while it didn't dominate the tournament, it was something that was very noticeable, that was really important to the success of a lot of people. So I thought that was really, really cool to see. And then the last thing I would say is the Playmaker Hitch. We thought
I thought this was going to be a pretty big meta.
Yeah, I thought Playmaker Hitch was going to be way more important. And actually, in talking with I remember talking with Skimbo. He had said that he said he was like, I don't believe it's going to be as big as people think it's going to be. But basically, it was put a guy on a hitch, and then you hold the playmaker, and then the guy runs. And especially with a playmaker chemistry ability, the guy goes instantly. You can send him upfield, left, right, wherever you want, and they go right away. I actually, I wanted to see more of it from Serious Mo. I didn't feel like you saw a ton of it. I didn't see a ton from Young Kiv. I just didn't see it dominate like I kind of thought it would. They used it really well in the online group stages, but then when we got to the actual tournament itself in the Madden Bowl, I didn't see a ton of it really dominate the way I thought it would. I thought Playmaker would be more of an emerging storyline or thread of like the success of how you win in the Madden Bowl.
All right, so that was 2 things to watch for. And remember, the Madden Challenge is the 3rd event out of 4 in the Madden Championship Series. It's live right now in the online qualifying stages, so it's going to be Draft Champions ranked, but you can also qualify through Salary Cap ranked. So make sure if you're playing online games, keep checking the leaderboards. I think you have until about the end of the month, until about the 26th, 27th of February. We'll keep up on that date, but you got 2-3 weeks left to get games in, Draft Champions ranked, Salary Cap ranked, to be involved in the next Madden Challenge event in the Madden Championship is the Madden Challenge. So get involved, start playing your games. Hopefully you enjoyed the Madden Bowl. All right, next question here in the mailbag is from Rashad. He wants to know, hey, I watched Madden Bowl. I saw a lot of the Saints gun tight offset. Do you have a mini scheme in this Saints playbook, Gibbs? What I was thinking we could kind of do is just kind of run through all the Saints formations and then get to the tight offset tight end. So not all of them, but like just in the menus. What do you like?
Sure. So I think what's really good about this playbook, you look at I formation. You get a lot of like flexibility here in terms of like unique sets. I love I tight. Really good for running the ball. You have an off tackle that's unique with a kicking fullback that kicks out wide. You got power rows. Overall halfback ISO is a great run. A really strong running formation that gets a lot of beef on the field, and then you also have some good passing plays off of it, like wide dig, really good play with the Z-spot post. You got a corner to one of the tight ends. PA Saint seam, you can see how you can throw the corner. You could throw that streak, very similar to what you do from that gun tight we were just talking about. So I really like that. You also have I close, which this is a very underutilized formation. I think Zan used it really well last year. Great way to attack a lot of zone coverages, but that's a really good formation. You have single back snugs flips, which is a really good formation. This was a set that you saw guys like Stiff and Lights Out last year use to get all the way to the championship for Madden 16. So always a really good formation. Listen, when you get the gun, you got split off set. That's very unique. You got a lot of different passing plays in there. To have some success with wide receiver corners, a very good play. One of the better like stock corner strike style plays in the game. Yeah. The doubles weak here is also a very underrated formation. You're going to find it's a very similar one to what you have in the Broncos book. Very nice. It's a very good formation. You got inside zones. You got the PA Saints cross, really good angles there. You have PA smash posts, one of the better plays in the game with your tight end and the far right receiver. Corner strike, that's probably the best version of corner strike you're going to get in the game. I think so, because of the route to your slot receiver is very unique. It does really well against man. So great. That's a great, very underrated formation, I would say. And then you got offset tight end, obviously really good. I would say this spread, let's see, I think this is it. This spread slot is really underrated. Let's see, no, not that one. I think it might be this one. Because what we're looking for here is PA deep outs. We'll see, nope.
PA deep outs is a solid play, very solid play.
It might be in here, trips ISO. PA deep outs and trips ISO, a really tough play to stop.
I think Wild ran a lot of trips Y ISO, I believe. I think he might not have been in his book, but he ran a lot of trips Y ISO. I think he's in the Rams.
It's really good. The you can run the bubble screen from this formation pretty effectively. The bubble Y look. It's similar to like the gun trips that we run from single back, right, from Broncos. So you can do a lot of the same things with that. There's a play fake, which kind of slows it down a little bit, but overall really good. You got deep attack. Like that play can be good. You need time in the pocket, but it's a really good play. And then listen, this is really one of those. Very close to saying like this was an emerging meta or emerging formation. It was
meta alert.
The empty saint was like this was a really popular formation we saw throughout the whole playbook. Not just empty saint, but like any variety of this. Like it was empty lion, you know what I'm saying?
Falcon,
the empty falcon,
eagle, empty giant.
all those styles. And I think it boils down to the wide receiver corners with the double blues. You can drag, you can slant. There's a lot of things you could do off of it. I think the gun empty saint style formation was a big time like number 2 meta that we started seeing from the Madden Bowl. And then you obviously got gun tights. Like you got gun tight offset, probably one of the best formations in the game. This gun tight offset is really effective too because your quick audible is bench. So
quick audible's bench. That's nice. That's nice. Usually it's like important. Stick, not bench. That's what. No,
quick audible right is bench. Like you go into it and just quick audible to the right. It's bench. That gives you another play that's really effective. So you stick is not necessarily right now. It's not something we're seeing a ton of. You got inside zone, great run. You got the PA shot seams for the snap throws, and then bench is really tough to defend. Like these little little routes right there. Those like quick little.
Super annoying.
Difficult to stop against drifting zones, and then you got this spot play that you come out and it can be really effective.
So you like this play spot because it has a C route from the inside that makes it pretty tough to defend.
Delayed. It's really delayed, which is good.
You've got, what would you do with Mohamed Sanu? Would you motion him out? Would you drag him? Like,
well,
what do you like here?
You saw a lot of the motion slants at the Madden Bowl. It wasn't just Simbo that was running it. It was just about everybody. You know, they'd motion them out, they'd let them get out there, get here, and then they kind of delayed, right? That was a big time thing you saw people do, so that's something you could certainly mix in. There's a lot of things you can do, right? Like you could put Sanu here just on an out, right? And now you have a bench on that side.
Right.
Maybe you run a vertical on the other side. Maybe you run an in on this side. Like, so there's a lot you can do from this one play. You can run a flood concept with Sanu, Tammy, and Coleman to feel good about attacking zone. On this side, you could run a similar style bench if you put Gabriel on an out, and then you have a little bit more delayed with Jones. Like, but that delay to Jones actually is really effective against defense because if they go to user it, they have to use it right away, and then it takes them from everything else because it's such a delayed route. It stresses like a user, and it's really difficult. It's a difficult route to defend, and then you always have the route to the tight end, which is really hard.
Now, this formation is especially good because the Saints playbook has so much ability to audible out of this one formation to those other sets you talked about earlier.
3-1-1.
If you were going to run this formation, Gibbs, are you coming out in wide receiver corners? Is this the name of the play?
No,
it's like
spot.
Spot.
I think it's.
So show us this play here. Let's before we click into a play, we'll show you so the chat can get a sense.
Saints spot.
Are you coming out in Saints spot?
Well,
80% of the time?
Depends. I think there's a lot of value in the play Saints in. I think Saints in is a very good play. If you're getting a lot of man-to-man, I think Saints in is probably a better play. Not that you're seeing a ton of man-to-man right now, but I would say Saints in is one of the best plays for attacking man in the game. You want to motion this guy out. Just gives you some clear out space. He'll run his route, but the reason for it is you got one of the drag routes underneath your halfback.
Right.
So that's just a really effective way to beat man. And then that motion post is really difficult to defend against, whether it's man or zone. Like he'll cut, he'll go, and then when he cuts inside, like especially against zone, it's like Z spot, right? So now you have a play that's you got to mix it all together to make it completely effective, but really good.
What percent are you looking to run inside zone from this?
You want to run inside zone 15 times a game.
15?
Yeah, it's that good. It's that good.
So then you really like the run play from this?
Yeah, it's a great run. One of the best runs in the game.
And then
because you can get such good blocking off the edges. Like if you hold that block,
right?
Like if you put tight ends there and have them block, like you can get really good blocking. And then it's like you kind of like running gun ace, right? Like you get good blocking.
Does having no gun bunch hurt this? Jay Fuller wants to know.
I think you can do a lot of the same things from gun bunch from here. Like some of the most popular reasons why gun bunch is good is because you can take a receiver from the inside, motion them out, and kind of get that delay, right? Like that's kind of the reason why it's so effective, right? One of the reasons, right? You saw the play that I came out in previously that gives you the flood. Like this isn't it, but like you can get that same style flood downfield. You can get different routes. Like if you motion Jones over here, right?
You get a deep post.
Now you get a deep post, just like you had in the other options, right? So there's a lot of things you can do with this that are very similar to what you can do in bunch. I think if you don't have bunch, you need to have this tight set formation. If and vice versa, it's good to have.
So 9 out of the 16 guys in the Madden Bowl use this Saints book. Obviously,
they did.
It didn't end up like Hollywood looked the best early.
He looked great,
but did get slowed down. Would you say that this is the best playbook moving forward?
I still like Broncos. I still think Broncos has so much balance to it. I still would say Broncos is the best playbook in the game. I think this is like I thought this was a very powerful offense, like a very powerful. Like if you want to be able to beat a very high percentage of people. Like this is going to do it because like they probably won't have the ability to stop everything you're going to do offensively, but I think that the Broncos gives you more versatility that you might need.
How difficult is this versus the Broncos?
I would say this is probably easier to run because
really?
you're gonna run this formation the majority of the time. Go to empty Falcon or empty Saint a little bit. The Broncos, what can be difficult is you have single back trips, which is effective. You got eye tight, which is effective. You got gun bunch, really effective. You got gun wide trips, which is very effective.
But you got to know how to run.
You got gun doubles weak, which is really effective. you have so many formations in that playbook that you need to run, but like they all are run at different times. Like gun tight in Broncos is just as good as this formation, but for different reasons. And you like that's like the 9th formation that you use. I think that someone that perfects the Denver Broncos playbook, they would probably, if they could harness all those formations and use them at all appropriate times, like I can't imagine you getting stopped. Like if you could perfect one drive with trio, then come out, perfect a drive with bunch, then come out, perfect a drive with tight, come out, perfect a drive in doubles weak. Like that's really difficult to stop. The Broncos has all of the best formations and like plays in one book. I think the only thing it misses is probably this gun tight. But like but it has a version of gun tight that is really effective, effective. So,
all right,
yeah,
that's a little mini scheme for you. Some plays to mix up. You know what they come out in. You want to do some adjustments. Try it out for yourself. Make sure you don't forget to audible over pressing the X button. Go to the right and check out the gun empty Saint.
Get the corners that you saw people run.
Right to wide receiver corners. You can pick up pressure with both guys on the line. Normally people don't go 5 wide because it's difficult to pick up the pressure.
And my recommendation for everybody, I would say, like, go back and watch the Madden Bowl like streams. Go back, watch them, and you can like see what some of these guys were doing from this stuff, like to really analyze it and break it down, right? Watch the tape, learn from it, see how you can implement what some of the best players in the world are doing, and see if you can, add it to what you're doing offensively.
Nice. All right, next question in the mailbag here. This one's coming in from Mr. Brown. He wants to know, do you have any tips for stopping the deep post routes in the Raiders defense? So he's been using the Raiders defense because we put out that 4-3 guide earlier in the season where we showed some plays from the Raiders, but he's having trouble stopping in the deep middle, like a post, kind of that area of the field. So let's say he's utilizing this 3-3-5 wide cover 4 show 2 play, because I think this, for beginners and players that are just starting out, is probably the best overall like run defense, kind of balanced defense. Obviously it's not going to be as much as the nickel blitz 2, but I think it helps you have the best overall coverage. Say you cross man some guys. So say we were to go like this. Probably don't want Ninkovich there, but say we had a faster guy. So we'll do this. How would you stop that deep post area of the field?
Right. So what's difficult about it right there is you can see when you throw it, you get underneath the deep zones. It gets kind of over the top of the underneath hooks. Man sometimes can trail it. One of the first things I would probably suggest is like you got to try to identify where you think the post is going to go. Is it left to right or right to left? What I would say is try dropping a defender that's like on the line of scrimmage into a deep zone. Like I would first try long. Like I know it looks like he's going to go to that area, and he will, but like he might get underneath, and you have him cross. You see how long's right there?
Right.
So that's kind of the idea, right? Now, if I were to don't cross man him, like if I were to flip,
long,
now do it to the opposite. You do it to the other D tackle.
So you got to identify.
So blitz the guys. Yeah. So like you got to look to who's over the guards, and then okay, where do I think the post is going, and then see how he kind of like, you see how he's there?
Yeah.
That's like a really good way to kind of try and slow some of those things down. That's one way. Now, like the problem that can come into that is like if you are going to face someone that's going to run the ball and you're dropping your lineman, like you could get crushed, like because he's going to drift away and it's going to open up big running lanes. So that's like, I would say in 3rd and 20, sure, good idea to do it. 1st and 2nd down, not a great idea because it's going to be really difficult to stop the run in those situations. Like 3rd and short, again, not a great idea. Like sometimes you got to just give it to them. Or your other option would be to, if you think that your opponent is going to run the post from right to left, like you cross man him with someone on the left side, and then user it as well. Like you kind of dedicate a couple of defenders to it, right? So now you user it, you cross man. He's gonna kind of get there and see how at least he's kind of a little bit underneath it. So that's.
So identify their formation, identify the game situation, and then you either have like say cross man or the deep hook, or then you could user.
Your cross man's in a terrible spot. Like
you don't like him there.
Well, this isn't a formation you would typically see. Like go put him in the slot more, like left slot more. Like that's typically where you see it. Like I think that'll give you a better angle. So. Yeah, but what you just did there, drop a deep defender, cross man, like that should defend it pretty well, especially if you go then cover 4 Like that's going to do a really good job of slowing down. Like so in this example, right? If you really thought the post was coming, you're like, I don't know if it's left to right. You can tell because the halfback's on the right.
Right.
But say you didn't know, like move that nickel corner to the slot, man him up on Sanu, move that right outside linebacker, man him up on Gabriel, and then you would drop one. You could drop one D tackle, drop him long. And then you would then user
like this area.
Yeah, and that's going to give you a great job. Like now, if I were to go like this, right, that's going to give you plenty of guys in the area to like slow down what they're trying to do. Like cover 4, like look at all the guys there, right?
Right. So, and it's that type of situation. Obviously, there's other stuff, but I think that's a good start for that Raiders defense. There's a lot of other plays in that free guide, so make sure to check it out on the YouTube. You can check it out, Raiders Defensive Guide for Madden 17. Give you some plays to stop the run, a couple blitzes, and then some plays to stop pass coverage. But this is some specific
just on your YouTube, right? Just straight on your YouTube.
There, yes. All right, next mailbag question here is coming in from Rashad. He wants to know, Gibbs, are secure pass blockers worth the coin? So in Ultimate Team, there's the secure pass blocker trait. Are they worth the coin? And I believe how it works roughly is it helps prevent like initial moves from winning instantly. Yeah. So like I don't think you can get an instant pass rush style block shed against a guy with secure pass blocker. You don't win on your initial move, I don't believe.
It's like a lifestyle, right? Like if you're gonna go secure pass blocker, you better be yoking out your whole offensive line. Like you're not gonna. I don't like, especially if you're getting into like a salary cap situation where you're gonna spend resources on your O-line. Well, if you're gonna go for one guy, you better be going all in and making sure you got the most dominant line. Otherwise, I think like you should try and get away with silvers or bronze, golds, like whatever your bare minimum is. Like my bare minimum when I played salary cap and built my lineup was golds. These guys are crazy, like how they. But they also tanked, like you also saw them tanking their defensive line too.
Right.
So like you then had a matchup of just like bronze D-line versus bronze O-line, right? Like,
right. What in my opinion, secure pass blockers are not worth the coins, only because they are a lot of coins.
Yeah.
Like the cheapest one is Jake Long at 140 or 150. You've got a Conklin that has a milestone that's like above 100 something K. And then the rest of the guys that have it, the Yonda Team of the Year and the left tackle Whitworth Team of the Year, like they're Team of the Year, so they're extremely, extremely expensive. I think it's very good. I love to have it. I utilize it. But here's the thing. If you're not picking up pressure from like nickel blitz, like if you're playing high-level players and they're running nickel blitz against you, there's no amount of secure pass blocker chemistry that's going to help you pick up that pressure.
Correct.
Now, if you pass the ball a ton, and generally your opponents don't run nickel blitz, and they run like if man becomes the meta and they just rush 3 guys,
okay, then
and you can get say they spy one guy and they just rush 2, and you can get a secure pass blocker at your right tackle and at your center, wherever they're matching up, because I'm assuming they're going to say, block this guy, or they're containing. You don't need it against the contained guys because they're never going to win an initial move. If you're finding out a way to actually get those secure pass blockers matched up against the guys rushing and they're not rushing a lot and you need time in the pocket, you get a wall. Like, there's no doubt about it. You get great pass blocking.
Right.
But unless you're really playing that, or you have the full line, and you really want to invest and you really want to pass the ball and you know how to pick up nickel blitz and you force people to just rush a couple, I don't think it's just a lot of coins. It's a lot of coins to invest in your line, so it's something to consider. But they definitely work. They're definitely nice. Let's jump into the next question in the mailbag here. Gibbs, P. Crouch, new Brady 99 Super Bowl MVP or the new Vick? So you have the Vick with the 96 speed, similar throw power. Brady's got the 4 better deep, 9 better medium, and then 5 better short. Which would you go with for your lineup?
Vick.
Vick over the Brady.
You got to try the Vick. You got to try the Vick. I still think I'm afraid to lose conductor. But on paper, Vick. On paper, Vick. Yeah.
You don't think that paper at the top's nasty?
It is.
I mean,
77 speed is really good.
99?
Yeah, but 96 speed.
97 deep?
96 speed.
I thought you were a pocket passer.
I am, but 96 speed is a game changer at quarterback. You do a lot of things with 9.6 speed.
All right.
Your thoughts?
Gibbs, my thoughts are this. All along, you want to know something?
What?
You want to know something. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. I wish we could see your face when I do this to you. That's not Tom Brady. That's Eli Manning's juiced out Man of the Year item right there. Let's see your face.
Yeah, and?
I got you.
On what?
You thought, yeah, it was Tom Brady.
I didn't think it was because his speed was 77 and the Brady's speed 75.
Oh, so Eli's better than Tom Brady is what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
Not only in Super Bowl clutch quarterback situations, but in ultimate team
Where's
when he's camped out.
the yoked out Brady? Don't have him.
Not available.
Don't have him.
Not available. We were specifically talking about Eli Manning. How'd you like me fooling Gibbs right there? You notice the same ratings.
That's not.
Notice the same ratings. Notice the same ratings.
What ratings? That's Brady, and then that's Eli?
No, they're both Eli. You were looking at Eli.
Yeah, but honestly, I really thought it was. I was like, what's wrong with it? Because his speed was too high.
The mailbag questions are like an airport. See something, say something.
Okay.
Toasted. Did I get you?
Not really.
I got you good.
You never cease to amaze me, Farls.
99, 97 deep, 99 mid.
That's pretty good.
That's cutting out Eli.
Does he have conductor?
Maybe he'll get it in a future milestone.
Oh.
Maybe he'll get it in a future milestone.
Maybe.
All right, next mailbag question. You want some water?
Me? I got water.
You just
in
got burned. Next question. Mm-hmm. Gibbs, who is the best halfback in the game? Pitcher HPG wants to buy one. Team of the year, David Johnson. Should he get the Ricky Williams? What are your thoughts?
David Johnson.
Team of the year, DJ?
I don't know why guys were switching away from him. I didn't
fumbles.
I didn't see him fumble though.
He fumbled like for problem 3 times.
Did he?
Yeah, and and it's like weird fumbles. He kind of like breaks 6 tackles like weirdly and just keeps running, and then he just like, I'm gonna drop the ball.
Ricky, yeah, he held the ball for people, but I think what I really like about the DJ is his versatility. Like, he's really great out of the backfield as a receiver.
Yeah,
like, he's really good. He's
definitely
like, almost
runs
like a
good
receiver.
routes,
Yeah.
catches the ball. So yeah, I would say this, pitcher HPG. If you just are more into the ground game, and you need somebody who's going to hang on to the rock, the Ricky Williams is the GOAT at hanging on to the rock and just power run straight ahead. He's good, but I think that the David Johnson is a little more dynamic in the ground game. Definitely could fumble for you. There's no doubt. He might drop 1 or 2 for you, but he's going to be a better pass catcher out of the backfield. And he does weird things that I haven't seen other backs do.
Right.
He's just really, really good. Now people are looking at Super Bowl Tevin Coleman, hands down, maxed out chem.
No.
He's got 94 speed with maxed out chem.
He's got 89 truck and he's got 87 elusive.
How are you not going to get that guy to the 90 threshold?
I'm just saying, like, he can't play for me, like.
Not bad for 200K.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He's very good. He's very good. He's not the David
And then
Johnson.
how good is Battle Ready?
He's not Battle Ready.
Battle Ready is fantastic. DJ is the same speed,
right?
Same Excel, and he's got 92 truck. And then look at his route running, 83 route running.
It's good.
That's really crisp.
How do you feel about Marcus Allen? Let's take a look, because we haven't broken down Marcus Allen yet. We're going to take a quick look at him. He's a 98 overall Super Bowl pass. He's energized. He's not battle ready.
Very good. I mean,
94 speed.
He's really good. He's really good.
His route running?
76. Once you motion him out, like, I'm running jumbo right now, jumbo heavy, so like that's where like the value comes a little bit more.
You
for
can get him to
DJ.
90 truck if you max out his chem.
He's already at 90 truck.
No, the other guy.
Oh, but like that's where the Johnson comes a little more value for me because he's got that route running. I motion him out of the backfield quite a bit, right? So the slants really come into play, and so you need that route running.
Got
it. Yeah, I think I really like. There's two chemistry abilities I really put a lot of value in. It's battle ready and it's conductor. So like when a guy doesn't have battle ready, fall off a little bit.
I don't know how I feel.
No,
Conductor.
You don't do a lot of hot routes.
No. All right. So what is the best way to assemble a draft champions team? One note from Twitter. From Rex, you can check out his timeline for more info. But it seems like there will be a February update. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. But if you're drafting a draft champs team and you're assembling it, some things to keep in mind. Number one, most important thing, you have to have a playbook that you feel confident in. Like you have to have a list going into draft champs. Rank your top 12 playbooks and know what defensive formations are in those. so that you feel confident you're going to get one of those 3 potentially in your top 12 and then in your offense.
Yeah, you got to have like a generic offense and when I say generic, like the one of the best to know how to run is gun bunch, because gun bunch is in a lot of playbooks. Gun doubles, a lot of playbooks. Gun trips, a lot of playbooks. Like those 3 formations, I would say learn to know how to use them effectively. And then single back ace, learn how to run a scheme from single back ace, how to run the ball from it effectively.
Problem ran from gun ace in the Madden Bowl, and he does it well. It's not the most complicated thing you're going to see. He sticks to the ground game, but it's balanced. He can do multiple things from it. It's going to be in a lot of playbooks. That mindset, that mentality of I'm going to find a balanced set that I can run from and kind of dictate everything else out of there. Feel good when you're able to get that. The other thing is, I mean, when you're actually drafting, you're not always going to get a money draft, but you got to find one guy you can build something around, whether it is that top tier receiver or whether it is I always like to go either 2 halfbacks or 2 tight ends, and depending on which of those I get, I go more to those formations.
Mm-hmm.
Maximize what you do. The Patriots, you run 3 slot receivers. That's it.
Right.
That's literally all you do. You then can run 92 plays because you have so much depth at those positions. Go there if you can get it. So.
Right.
Draft champs is tough though, but I do believe with this next event coming up, it's going to reemerge and be something that a lot of people are going to get back into. Yeah,
I would say to give yourself a really good chance and feel confident about playing, really make sure that you hammer out these positions. You get a quarterback.
Yeah.
If you get a quarterback and he pops up, make sure you get a good one. Halfback. Make sure you get a halfback that is going to have carry. I think carry is really important in draft champions. You don't want to get stuck with a back that has 75 carry, because then you're going to be afraid to run the ball.
Right.
So even if your back isn't the best back in the game, but he's got 90 carry. I'm trying to think of a guy there's a CJ Anderson out there 90 carry. That's a really good back in draft champions, because now you're going to be afraid he's going to fumble.
Right.
And then I would say focus on getting 3 good receivers and 1 good tight end, because then you can run any offense. Or the opposite of that, get 2 good tight ends, get 2 good receivers, because then you could take a tight end and put him at receiver.
Right.
You saw Spot Me Please, that's the way he operated at the Madden Bowl.
Right.
I really like that. I think that's really getting, that gives you a lot of versatility. That means you can run a lot of different things. So 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and then that way you can run a number of different offensive formations and still have success.
Nice. Good call. Right there. All right, let's go back to the mailbag here and find a question from June Cab Gibbs. Why do people motion C routes? So what's
Timing.
the deal with C routes? Why do people motion them? Give me a formation like that, gun doubles,
sure,
or give me empty saint, whichever
go here.
You like. But yeah, why do people actually do this?
So it's all about timing. Now there could be different reasons why a certain guy, I'm sure there'll be someone will come in, well, that's not why I do it, but primarily the reason for it is to change the timing of the route, and it's also changing the position of when you throw the route. So you remember from gun tight where you had a regular breaking corner and then this route, when you motion him in, it's just he's gonna take longer to get into his step, and then there's more space to throw him open. And when there's more space to throw him open, it just makes the read more consistent. When I motion him in here, snap in there, you can see how the space gets cleared out, and then look at all that space I can throw him open to. Now, when I I'll snap the ball without motioning him, you'll see, he's gonna run his route, and he's defended against. See how the flat zone over there now is kind of playing it.
Right.
So that's where it's somewhat an issue, right? But when you motion him in, the outside guy, he's gonna go to the flat. Now you got all that space, and now he gets open, right? So it just changes up the progression for the defender. That defender paid attention to that flat route first, because that's where the first route that got out there. So he's gonna go, I'm gonna go play that.
Right.
Then that's where it'll open up the corner behind it. So I would say it's all about timing. It's about when to throw the guy open. You have more space and clearance to throw it open, and it's difficult to use it because if you put Sanu on a slant, and I just motion him in again, like you think he's going to do the same thing, and then he stems inside. Like, so it just changes up a lot of different of the timing and reads your opponent's typically used to seeing.
Do people ever actually throw it when he's like, so motion the guy on the left maybe?
Yeah.
Like, so people will use this route, like, does anyone ever actually throw it like right there, like when it's on that stem? Or you have to wait to throw it? Because people ever throw that streak?
I haven't actually tried it, but I think if
move it to the left.
If this was Madden 11, you better believe I would have probably already tried it, right? But the quick pass is galore, right? So you motion. Oh, sorry, motion Freeman over there. I'm gonna reset here.
So yeah, this is the corner strike style plays. These C routes. We're looking at the reasons why people motion them.
Right. So the motion it's gonna make the one line guy go up. So you see the problem is you can't. That was a bad snap, and I threw it off my back foot. If you're under center, I think it's a better quick pass. Like the days of these like quick passes don't really exist anymore, I would say. So here to snap and then throw it, like yeah, you can certainly do it. It's certainly there. I don't think it's as good as it once was. If this was under center, I would have more confidence in it. But you certainly can. You motion him in. You got to be crisp with your read, though. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to get a bad snap. You don't like you can't hold. Here's what I'll tell you: you can't hold the left stick at all. You just have to hold it like this, snap, get it, and then just throw it to him.
Could be pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need a couple, not bad. But that's some good reasons to motion. Good call on that. You can motion one or the other. And those C routes are obviously in multiple formations, so make sure to check them out. They definitely add to the effectiveness of the play. The other big thing that people are stating that adds to the effectiveness is depending on what hash mark you're on, what side, whether you're at the short side of the field or the open side of the field, those affect how open the routes get and how the zones will kind of play everything. So it's something to consider. In practice mode, you really only start in the middle, right? But then in the game, you tend to be much more on the left hash, right hash. So think about that and how it's going to affect what you want to do.
Yep.
All right, back to the mailbag here for a question. We've got one. That's pretty much everything for now. What I do want to talk about is Gibbs, your top 5 defensive playbooks. So we did our top 5 offensive playbooks at the start of the year and our defensive playbooks. What would you say are your top 5? Do you believe the Jaguars is in that top 5?
I mean, Jaguars balance, you saw it. I think someone used it at the Madden Bowl.
Yeah.
I like Raiders because it gives you the ability to run 3-4 and 4-3. It's got nickel blitz, so there's a lot you can do from it. It's got big dime 2-3-6. I think playbooks like Bills and Browns that give you a good mix with like if you want dollar.
Yeah.
I really like 46 too. 46 gives you all those 46 bear formations. It's got 46 bear cover 2, which I'm like surprised people haven't really used. Sam put out a pretty good tip a couple weeks ago on his channel, on his YouTube channel, talking about 4-man pressure scheme from the bear under, right? And that's a really good way to get pressure, and you have a cover 2 play. Like, I'm really surprised that we haven't seen more people use the 46 book with the bear under in the cover 2. I think it's got a 2-man under too. Like that can be something that's really powerful, and like no one's really explored it yet. So really kind of surprised there.
So you mentioned Browns, you mentioned the Bills.
Browns.
They both have dollar. You mentioned the Raiders. You mentioned
Bengals,
just the straight 46.
Bengals, Ravens are up there. Like there's so many good ones.
Number 5, would you say Texans?
What's in the Texans?
They have that 3-3-5.
Will?
It's a different one that people are starting to run.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No, I haven't used that. I'd rather just use the 2-4-5. I think you go that. I think like Bengals gives you a lot of variety as well. And that's another one like Bengals and Ravens. Like Bengals gives you 46 normal. It gives you nickel 3-3-5, 3-3-5 normal. Same thing with like Ravens. You get 3-3-5 normal. So you want to maximize like your uniqueness of your formations. So that's like one thing to pay attention to defensively.
All right.
Mute me for a second. I'm gonna sneeze, I think.
Uh-oh. Oh!
I tried.
Right, you did try.
I tried.
I don't have that tech.
Oh, man.
We need a cough button. We need a cough button. All right. Good question right there. Gibbs, there's been 3 wide receivers that have come out with 96 route running. So 3 different guys. Jordy Nelson, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss.
Yep.
So this is a quick pro tip for the guys watching at home. All 3 of those receivers, Jordy and Larry, are the best run blockers. Jordy's the best overall. Jerry is the best like downfield guy. but they have 96 route running. 2 of them have playmaker as well.
Who
So
does?
here's my move.
Yeah.
This is a tip.
Fitz is nice.
You start DeAndre Hopkins
Yeah.
at one of your top 3.
Yep.
So you activate playmaker and you get a +2 catch and traffic boost. Mm-hmm. Because these guys are at 96 stock, you sit them 4 and 5. You're going to have playmaker active.
Mm-hmm. This is for salary cap, right?
For whatever. You sub them in. You get playmaker. They already have 96 route running for C routes, and they're already great run blockers.
+2 catch and traffic.
And they're already great run blockers. They get the +2 catch and traffic.
Yeah, I think people are sleeping on the Fitz, man. People haven't been excited about the Fitz. Like when he first came out, oh, he's underwhelming, but like he's good.
He's really good.
He's real good.
He's really good.
The
He's
NFL honors,
strong,
the NFL honors
hangs on.
version is really good too.
Yeah, that's the guy. Playmaker's definitely overrated, but it can't hurt that they have it. Like,
Definitely doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Well, some people say it might hurt. Kiv
Now-
says it hurts.
Now you have some underneath guys that some guys that are lower than them that don't have the 96 route running stock, but you can use those spots to get them up with their chemistries. But you only need, how many guys would you need with 96 route running? 2? A couple guys for C route. Like, would you want? I mean, obviously the more the better, but like, you can't always go there. Because you need a Moss guy, you need a spec guy.
You need one Moss guy. Like, who's the other? Like Fitzgerald could be that guy at 6'3".
Does he have enough spec though?
6'3", 95 spec. Yeah.
I mean, dude, after watching McCaffrey and Moss, like
McCaffrey.
you kind of need that
McCaffrey's
guy.
really good. I think McCaffrey sees a lot of play continue throughout the year. Like he's
but
pretty
he's
good.
a guy you got to start to boost him up because he's only at 95.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. You start McCaffrey maybe at the 1.
Right.
You know, those are some things to go for. I like it. I think that's the move. I think I'm going to get a lot of value out of my squad that way. For the challenge tonight, for the game of the week, Gibbs, how do you feel about this? Vick, I play with Vick on offense. You play with Brady on offense.
How are we gonna do that?
Sub them in back and forth.
You gotta drive.
I gotta drive. I can bait. I feel like I should only be able to run with Vic, but you can pass with Brady. But I gotta give you control ahead of time if we need like a first down.
We're gonna run single back jumble heavy, right?
8 deuce close.
No.
I need more plays.
There's so many plays.
Like, should I only be able to run with Vic or no?
No, you run the whole thing. Single back jumbo heavy is perfect for both guys. Precision, you need precision. You need to be able to scramble with Vic.
All right, we can try it.
Yeah.
We can try it. Let's go rapid fire through the mailbag here. We got a couple more questions for you. Is +2 awareness flash motivator Burton worth the coin? No, I wouldn't go for
Very
+2
underrated.
awareness.
Very sneaky underrated.
He's good,
Yeah.
but
Always good to have aware guys.
can't hurt. Is Vic worth changing and building your offense around? Was wondering with Vic's game-changing mobility, is he worth changing and building your offensive scheme around him? I would say not for $3 million. Like, I wouldn't sell every single guy on your team and go all golds with Vic.
Yeah.
I just don't think you'll be able to get enough mobility out of him. He's definitely very, 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 very good in the guy. He's the best quarterback in the game by a long way. He's well over 100 cap, but like, you got to be able to afford him.
The Vic is going to make your opponent have to dedicate some type of resource to defend him. So that's the ultimate compliment to, like, well, why is he the best quarterback, or why is he someone that you would build an offense around? Because he's so fast that it's going to make your opponent spy a guy, contain a guy. It's going to make them have to think one extra step in order to stop him from beating you with his legs. With that said, like, the game now has many tools that can help people very easily and quickly slow down mobile quarterbacks. So the power that, like, mobile quarterbacks once had is definitely not as, like, overpowering as it once used to be.
All right. What is the best way to disguise which side the nickel blitz is coming from? I run Oakland, but he wants to disguise it more.
There's no real good way to disguise it.
It's always going to be a slot.
Because you always know, you just got to look where the slot corner is, and then
Right.
you know it's coming from there.
What-
You could send it from the linebacker other side.
Yeah, you gotta move the linebacker over. You
But-
can either shift him or move him, and then actually send him.
Yeah, but then it's not disguised. Like, unfortunately,
Right.
nickel is not a balanced set that you can disguise. If you'd have to come out and dime.
Would you say slant zone's better because of that reason, or is nickel blitz just the best blitz and it's worth?
Nickel blitz is the most consistent 3-man, I would say.
Got
It's
it.
the most consistent, like, passive 3-man, like, that has a soft squat behind it, right? So
Yes. Let's see here. Quarterback pitch ratings. What ratings factor into a quarterback's ability to pitch the football on option plays? Nothing I've noticed. Arc ground game. It's nothing I've like considered or thought about. Maybe throw power, but I don't believe any. I've never like seen somebody pitch it slow or longer or further, and thought about tying it back to any ratings. But that's a good question. Who is the best quarterback in the game and why, as far as chemistry and price? I mean,
I like the Elway right now.
Elway's a good
seen the
value. Yeah, what's his cost?
68,
600K though.
No, but 58 cap value is really, like, look how good that is.
Yeah, it's a very good cap quarterback.
80 speed, 58 cap. Problem is he doesn't have conductor, so that's probably a big problem. That's part of the issue. I didn't realize he didn't have
The
conductor.
Russell Wilson I like as a mobile guy.
How about the Dak?
The new Dak's pretty good.
Dak, that's good. 60 cap, 88 speed. That's
Better than Aaron Rodgers.
Team of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
would you say so?
Aaron Rodgers got one more throw power. Okay. 88 speed, 5 extra speed on the Dak is tremendous. That Dak
You're
is
a
good.
Dak guy.
I haven't used them, but I would love to try him out. Dak.
And then
wow.
what about the Russell Wilson that came out?
Where's Russell?
Let's find him. So the Russell Wilson's the other guy I might recommend.
Conductor?
Conductor with 91 speed.
Throw accuracy deep, though.
88 deep accuracy. Is that going to hurt you?
He's 265K. Like, let's see what the Prescott is, right? So if the Prescott's like, I would definitely try the Russell. I'd try to get away with Russell.
How much is the Russell?
7.5, and this is 1.2.
So he's 100. He's a million coins more.
Yeah. So I would try
just
the
came
Russell.
out,
I would
yeah.
try the Russell then.
All right. So try the Russell Wilson. Let me know what you think. He looked really mobile at the events.
I mean, amazing mobility.
Yeah.
88 throw accuracy deep, like especially if you're not throwing a ton of routes downfield, you could get away with this guy. That's a really nice item.
All right. Best user middle linebacker for 150K. He just picked up the Urlacher, upgraded from Buchanan. Is there a better value? I mean, you're not going to get a much better value than the Brian Urlacher hot hands at this point in the season. The Bud Dupree is very good. The Anthony Barr is very good if you want to use her.
Bud Dupree is great.
Bud Dupree is ferocious for 20K.
40K, 90 hit power, 90 speed, 6'4", 93 jump.
Get yourself a Bud Dupree. He's not technically a middle linebacker. Who cares?
Right. It doesn't matter.
All right, one more question, and then we'll jump into that game, Gibbs. So, making reads on offense. I'd like to know how the elite players make their reads. Where do you start out looking, and where do you go, and what are you looking for in order to make a pass or progress to the next read? So, how do you make your reads in Madden 17 on offense?
Let's start. Let's show you. Gun tight offset tight end. I'll come out in same spot. You come out in nickel blitz too, right? So, or come out. Yeah, that's fine. So the first thing I would say, first thing you read is that you want to read depth and numbers of corners and safeties, right? So the first thing you do is once it becomes habit, you just quickly flash your eyes and look, and then you understand. But when you first start, you should be looking at the safeties. So in this instance, let's have you actually call cover 4.
Okay.
Because it'll be easier to show that. So same formation, call cover 4. I'll come out in the same set. But it all starts again. So it all starts with reading a defense. It all starts with looking at the depth of corners and looking at the number of safeties and positioning of safeties and corners. So when you take a look at your opponent's defense, you want to first look at the free safety and strong safety. So McCourty and Harmon. If you see 2 high safeties, that's your first tell and your first read that your opponent is in some type of variety of a cover 2 deep or a cover 4 style deep defense. And what that is, that's the first clue, because if your opponent was in a cover 3 and they're not baselining, they're just calling their play organically, that safety, that one right there that falls on, he'd be up in the box, and then the middle McCourty would be in the middle of the field. And then you'd have 1 high safety. So if you see 1 high safety, then that's telling you, okay, they're in a cover 3 shell with both outside corners, the deep safety, and the deep third. And what this ends up is calling is middle field open versus middle field closed, which is a different style way to determine different reads. Like if you have a safety in the middle of the field it can end up being open in the seams. If you have 2 high, the middle of the field is closed, then you want to stretch the defense horizontally, right? So that's a different way to look at it. But from there, you want to look at the depth of the corners, because the depth of the corners then give you like the next read of like what your opponent is in. So in a cover 4, you can take a look at the corners. They're both deep in terms of where their positioning is. Now when you go to a cover 2, they actually are much closer than they are in a cover 4. So reset, go back to cover 4. So see the slight difference in the depth of the corners? They're about 1.5 yards further back. That's something you have to pay attention to. That's a read that you get, okay, when they're in cover 2, they're up a little closer. When they're in cover 4, they're back further. Now, if you were to play cover 2 man, you have another entirely different read. So gun tight's a bad example, but just call press. So when you're in a non-tight formation, you'll see the alignment of the corners are up in the face of the receivers, and then that tells you, well, my opponent is in some type of press coverage, which is probably not cover 2, it's probably not cover 3 or cover 4. They're probably in cover 2 man. So that's like the beginning stages of like reading the defense. Now, your opponent has a lot of tools at their disposal to disguise everything, like, and to mess all that up. But I would say, like, get into a habit of starting to read the safeties, read the positioning of the corners. That's going to tell you a lot about what your opponent's doing. And then when you get a read on that and you're like, okay, well, I think it's going to be cover 2, that then says, okay, I think it's cover 2. Well, I want to throw, I'm going to flood the defense with a table route to the halfback, a vertical to Sanu, and a route to Tammy. And then I want to throw, the corner route if it gets open downfield. Like, it's got sack coverage there. But once you read that and get a baseline understanding of what your opponent's in, then that tells you where to go with the ball after the snap of the ball, after you like make a read of like where guys are going.
All right, so that's pre-snap. So after the snap, so let's kind of go through one play.
Sure.
Now, what makes this really difficult is before the snap, it's always the same. It's always like one thing or a different. It's like every coverage is the same. But after the snap, what you have is different reads for different play and then different coverage. So show us just this one play.
Okay.
This one play right here, you're going to have a different pre-snap read. It's going to change the hot routes you make. Because if you think it's one defense, you're going to do one thing. If you think it's man, you're going to go do different things or go to a different play. If it's blitz, you're going to have to pick up your protections. So once you read the defense, you change your play. But when you actually snap the ball, what do you do?
When I snap the ball, so let's first do it this way, right? So if I thought it was man, I would put Sanu on a slant and motion him out, and then I would put the far left receiver on an out. So the reason I do that is because it gives me 4 routes that beat man-to-man.
Right.
So I'd have the quick out to Gabriel that beats man, the motion slant beats man, and then the 2 corners, Jones and Tandy, they all beat man. So now I have 4 routes on one play that beat man. So now I know this play absolutely destroys man. So here's what ends up happening though. Okay, that's my man setup, but you're actually in cover 2. All right, well, if you're in cover 2, then I need to know where I need to go with the ball next.
Right.
I can wait on the Sanu route as he breaks over the middle of the field, or if the cloud flat drifts too far, I can then hot read throw to the underneath flat. But that needs to be a read that you make instantly. Like, you can't throw that route late. Like, if you go back to that same defense, the cover 2. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to motion him out. So if you go, you stay there. I'm going to motion Sanu out. Now, if I am slow with my read, I'm like, oh well, like if I'm slow and then I deliver the ball, I could get sacked, or I'm going to throw late to the flat, and it's not going to be a good situation.
Never want to throw late in the flat.
Never want to throw late in the flat. So you need to read it right away. Like, okay, I see that corner drifting away, and really the way like I've done it over the years is like I go into practice mode and I would be like, okay, I know on that defense, that flat zone defender and against this formation with the same setup, the same motion, okay, let's watch this one defender. I would start on one guy. I go, okay, snap of the ball, he's in a cloud flat. I know that because I put him in that, right? What does he do against the setup? Okay, he drifts, he slides, and he drops away. Okay, that's what I would look for,
right.
Okay? Now put him in a hard flat, right? So then what I would do is I'd do the same thing. I'd lead the defense entirely the same way, put him in a hard flat, and then I would motion the guy out, do this. I come back, and I would, chuck the ball away, and then I go back into instant replay. And I say, okay, let's determine what a hard flat looks like. And I just keep doing this up and down all the routes, all the zone coverages, right? Okay, so I see when it was a cloud flat, he went like backwards and he went horizontally a little bit. Now hard flat, hard flat, his first step is in, and then he kind of drifts a little bit, but then he breaks back down again.
Right.
So now, you need to now remember those things. Like, that's all repetition, that's all practice, that's all like snap, read it, see it, know it, throw it, right? Like, there's no other way to make you like learn it other than like, that's the way it's done. Then you need to put the repetitions in, and then once you see that, like, there's a very distinct drop in terms of the coverage of when you go out and look at the difference between this and the hard flat. Like, he's stepping completely horizontally, and then his next step is backwards, and he's about 6 yards backwards compared to the hard flat. So those are all the subtle things that you need to pay attention to. Like, and then if he was in a deep zone, like, put him in a deep zone. What does he do, right? And put him in cover 2 and put him in a deep zone. And then, you know, you got to see, okay, he's in a deep zone. Because if it's cover 3, right? Like, what happens? Oh, look at that. Look how far he drifts. So you need to then start, like, you hone in on individual people, and the way you like perfect your craft is you do that with every guy on the field.
Right.
And so then you start learning all the different combinations. Like, okay, if my opponent does a hook here, does a buzz here, man's up here.
Because here's what's bad, right? If you just learn a play, and this is, I know the beginning part was pretty easy. Oh, all right, safeties, okay, I could learn that. Then before the snap, you have the protection based off blitzers. But then after the snap, we just gave one example of 1 or 2 routes against 1 or 2 zones, and there's 10 zones, and that's
one
15
setup.
Hot routes, and that's one setup. So we might have overwhelmed some people.
Sure. Yeah, sure we did.
But the most important thing about reads is this. That Julio Jones play, we might have showed you that earlier, that corner route, and you watch the show and you go, I'm logging in after TWIM, and I'm throwing a dot to Julio Jones. So you snap the ball and you just wait for Julio Jones. You don't do anything like Julio. Oh man, he's finally covered. Oh man, I shouldn't have gone there. But you just missed 3 other reads. So what you really need to do on this play is go, okay, so I go Coleman, nope, Sanu, nope, Julio, nope. And then you're making 3 actual reads on the play. Right? So that's personally why I like a scrambling quarterback, because if I get to my 4th read, I'm out.
Yeah, the other thing too about reads is, like, you need to have 5 routes in theory that all break at different times.
Right.
So, like, each of these routes, for example, they get open at different timing. You never want routes
What's going to break first, the Gabriel or the Coleman?
The Coleman is your instant read. If the Coleman's open, you throw it.
Okay.
So if the Coleman's open, you throw it. You also then have your eyes on Sanu. But then, like, here's the thing, right? This is the part that's hard to explain, or hard to. You need to put a lot of repetition in. I know when I can throw Gabriel, unless they do some type of crazy adjustment.
Right.
I never even have to look at Gabriel because I can read the right side. Oh, he's in soft squat. Okay, cool. Or cloud flat. I then just know. Oh, if he's cloud flat, I can throw that. I can throw that quick out. Okay, so here's the flip side of that. Now go play the cover 2, play hard flats. Cover 2, hard flats.
Okay.
So if you play cover 2 hard flats, I go on this side, I see that step in, oh, I know I can't throw that, but guess what? I know I can throw.
Right.
So, like,
so you did go through 3 reads right there, but super fast.
I went through 3 reads by just reading that one defender on the right side. Now, there's a million other things that come into play in terms of, okay, is he cross-manning? Is he usering it? Is that Mel Blount over there? Is that Deion Sanders that's on the zone? Like, there's so many other things that then come into play. Like, ratings matter. So if you have a Deion Sanders or you have a Mel Blount over there, he's going to play that zone better. He's going to have a bigger window. He'll drop back better. He'll drop back quicker. Like, if you have a guy cross-manned, he'll get over there quicker and defend a Z-spot better. So there's a lot of things that go into it. But as you were saying, like, you can make a read on one side of the field. Like, you know you have Gabriel and Jones. Like, you know those routes. Like, if I know you're in a hard flat, I know I can throw the Jones unless you make another adjustment. Okay, you didn't throw that. I know I then can go under, like...
I would also say like this.
It gets complex.
I would say after the snap, you want to count to 4 as like a musical beat. Ready? Hear me out on this. Put Sanu on a drag.
Okay.
Sanu is either a 1 or a 3.
Sure. Gabriel's
always a 2. So 1, 2, 3. So Sanu, you can either throw it to him at 1 or at 3. You're not really gonna throw him to him at 2.
Right.
You're definitely gonna not throw it to him at 4. He's not gonna be open. Julio's basically a 4.
Julio's a 4. Tammy's a 4.
Coleman's a 1.
See, Julio and Tammy could be a 4 and like 6, because you could throw them as they make their first break, and then you could also throw them as they get like just to the sideline and possession catch it.
But you know you're rarely gonna get to 6. You gotta just lock in to get to 6. So like, give me it again. Ready? So You should be able to throw to one guy at each.
Coleman's a
beat.
1. Coleman's
So
a 1. Sanu's a 1.
1.
No. Okay.
2.
No.
3.
Right.
Bang. So you got to step up in the pocket. You got to
Correct. You're not
block
gonna
somebody if you're going to need 4.
We understand that.
And
yeah.
four is not. I'm not saying seconds. I'm saying count.
Right. Correct. Your progression.
So
right.
1, 2, 3, 4, bang. So like, that's what it's about. And if you ever get to 5, either throw the ball away or go up the middle. Or if they're really not rushing anybody, then to have time to look for playmaker. But those are things you got to look for. That's why I like drags, because you can throw them on the 1 or you can throw them on the 3.
Drag is the best route in football.
That's why C route's good, because they develop super late.
Drags always get open.
You know, streak. Like if you go to that streaks play, the PA quick. Like this is more of a.
It's more of a spot play.
It's more of a spot play. It's not really a full read play. It's like a.
You run it because you know what they're doing.
Kind of always throwing on the 2.
Yeah.
But you're throwing in different areas.
Right.
So if all the routes have the same timing, then they need to not be in the same area.
It's more of a tactic than it is like running routes. It's like a tactic.
More than a read play.
It's not a read play. It's just like it's a field play. Okay, I know they're doing this, and then that type of defense gives this up. Is the idea behind it. So.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, I would say that's probably. I would say that's like the thing. Like when you start talking about like competitive Madden at a very high level, and like people are like, oh, you only run one play. Like when someone makes one small adjustment, if it's just put Sanu on it in, like it can change like the entire version of like the route progression, everything.
Correct.
And like people are making multiple reads on all the
That probably
plays.
puts Sanu at a 2 instead
Right.
of the 1 or the 3, right?
So.
And that's the difference. That the cross might change the timing of the cross man. It might change the timing of the delay. Like he won't delay.
Right, like this, I could call this. Like for example, here's a great example. I could call this play right here. This is a setup of this play that I've seen a lot of people use. Right, it's the same play, and in all intents and purposes, it's like run very like. There's not much different about it. Like you saw the table to Coleman, you have a high-low read to Tammy and Coleman. But then you also now creating a backside high-low read with Jones and Sanu and Gabriel. Like you're actually creating a deeper flood. Like you know how we in gun bunch tight end we say that's like the best way to attack that deep corner in the game. Mm-hmm. This setup with Sanu and Gabriel, like Gabriel on the vertical, Sanu on the drag, like this is a great way that gives you the same like idea as that gun bunch, like a really deep corner that gets open. And so while you might be at home and you don't necessarily see, like you see the same play, you see the same routes, but like you'll see this setup, and this is just such a different way to run it, and it has a whole different purpose of like the reason it's being run.
Because the in route, it looks like it's going in the same area of the field, but it gets there at a different time.
Timing's different.
Right.
I run the vertical here because I want the vertical to pull the deep safeties away so that the corner opens up, and I want the drag to keep the underneath buzz zone.
And then
at
you
bay.
got to block the halfback so you can get more time.
You get more time in the pocket, step up in the pocket,
right?
And then you deliver the strike.
Right.
So it gets that same tender area as
that can't be your only read on the play.
That can't be your only read.
Because otherwise, it's probably not going to be open all that much. You might hit that 1 out of 5, 1 out of 7, right?
Not even that, but your Tammy's your hot read. If you get caught off guard like man, or if you get in trouble, like you could chuck it to him.
You can always throw the drag on
like,
1 or the 3.
The thing you need to know most important is the drag. That drag like is probably your real number 1 read.
Right.
So listen, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good question. Hopefully that helps you break down defenses. Some of the strategies that we have on this channel, like the Broncos playbook, there's a free guide that we put out on offense. It helps simplify things for you because it says, hey, if you see this, you're going to throw the bubble screen. That's your read on the play. It's a simple read. Or you run the dive. That's your second read. You're making the read before the snap instead of after, because making the read after the snap can be very difficult. So go through those. They're kind of like starter offenses, beginner offenses, until you become, expert status. Like these plays are hard to run. They take hundreds of reps, thousands of reps, seeing different defenses, getting different timings, like figuring everything out. You'll learn it, but you do see the best players tend to run this style of offense. You saw Spot Me Please do it really well at the Classic, so start to see if you can explore it, and now you hopefully have a little bit of insight as to how they do it. All right, time for the game of the week, Gibbs.
Yeah.
Got some good mailbag questions tonight. We're going to do the Michael Vick Tom Brady challenge. Mm-hmm. So what's the move? So we switch off drives, or do we just switch off plays, or do we go with Vick until we need a third down from Brady? Is Brady your third down guy only?
No, you get a whole drive.
You get a full drive.
You get a whole drive to yourself with Vick, and then I'll do it with Brady.
Jumbo heavy?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you think or no? Not deuce close.
You don't like the deuce close?
No, we're not going to do deuce close. No? You want to?
I would like to, but So I'm going to be better in the deuce close.
All right, do it.
Why don't you run gun bunch from the Colts?
Sure, that works. Yeah.
I mean, unless you think Vick's going to be really good in the jumbo heavy.
I just don't think the runs are that as good. I think Vick will be way better because it's very difficult.
I can't run the ball. We're passing every play.
Then you go jumbo heavy. It's way better for passing.
For you.
Not just for me.
I can scramble with Vick?
That's the whole point, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Do we have to pass?
Yeah, you have to pass.
Are we going jumbo heavy?
Yeah.
Will you guide me?
Yeah.
What is it? Pass, run balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Always get. You know what? Man of the people. If they want to see jumbo heavy with Vick and Tom, then that's what it's going to be.
We got Tom in the lineup?
Tom's in the lineup. He's backup.
Really? You got to start Tom for conductor.
I know, but we're going to start Vick for gunslinger. It's a must.
It's not a must. Conductor's way more valuable.
To you. Do you want to use your playbook and your quarterback?
All right, sure. Go for it.
Or no?
No, we'll just stick with this. Yeah, that works.
It doesn't matter. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anybody else you want to add in?
No, your team is perfect.
No, it's not. I don't have Randy White in.
You got a good team.
Hopefully they'll get it done for us.
I think they will.
Hopefully they'll get it done for us.
We'll go Wildcat with Brady. How about that? Only Wildcat with Brady.
Only Wildcat?
Only Wildcat with Brady.
Bad idea.
Is it?
You can't win with that.
Why?
You're not good enough. You can actually pass?
With Brady?
So let's go.
All right. Good luck.
Crush and pretzels.
Good luck.
We're on the same team.
I know. I said good luck.
I'll play D.
I'm playing offense.
We're both playing offense.
We're both playing defense.
I'll play D.
Why?
So I can scream.
You got some heaters?
Oh.
What? Who gave you a new blitz?
Screamers.
Who
Nobody.
gave you? Oh.
Nobody. I do need the setup though. To the dollar blitz. I need it.
Okay. We're gonna stay in what we're comfortable though.
Yeah, we're gonna go. I went back to Raiders. So I actually switched to dollar to try and run man.
Yeah. Tough.
And then I tried to run big dime 146. It's actually still really good.
One of the best tips I've heard so far has been from Skimbo, and I completely agree with it. When a lot of people would say, "Oh, what's the one tip you give someone that's trying to get better?" Not like a beginner that has no idea the buttons, because they need a entirely different set of
They need
help.
to go to the skills trainer.
Yeah, correct. But Skimbo's recommendation, he said, find a play you need to find a play that has 4 guys that beat man consistently.
Yeah.
That was his recommendation. Because he's like, and I agree with it, because then that's going to make your opponent one-dimensional. Like if you have one play that all 4 routes that beat man at all different times, you're good. Because then you make them play zone, and then you can always flood zones.
Right.
Right. So that's his mindset, and I think that's a great.
I like his mindset.
That's great intel. It's great intel.
He's very good, so that kind of makes it seem easier than it is.
Well,
but
yeah. But remember how easy in theory how easy it could be to beat man. A drag beats man. A slant beats man.
So, single back jumbo heavy. We're in the run balance. We have Michael Vick. We messed up because we didn't sub in the right receivers, but we're going to go wide receiver wing.
Sub them in now. Pause the game.
We can't. Oh, we can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why can't you?
I forgot. We want Jordy and
Fitz.
Because they're the best runners, even though we're not really going to run. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Jordy.
Fitz is. They both got 96 route running too.
At tight end.
You want Clark and Jimmy Graham. You don't want Gronk. That Gronk is good, but he's not as good for what both those guys do.
So Clark and Gronk,
yeah.
And then pass-wise, we put in
your backup right tackle is, I think, when you go heavy package, is your backup right tackle. So I usually put Incognito there, but that's fine.
I forgot to put in the other secure pass blocker. I picked up a Conklin for the boys.
All right, we're good.
Okay.
That Paradis is really good.
Yeah, he's good. He's got identifier too.
Yeah, identifier, really good. Lights and all the Madden Daily guys help me with
all right, so what are we coming out in? Tight end corner?
Tight end corners.
Which way?
Not flipped. All right.
I'm gonna
put Fitzgerald and Nelson on flats. Go. And now you want to throw to Graham. Throw to Graham.
Okay, I don't think I have
Snap.
time.
Go. Yes, you do. Throw to him. Throw it. Throw it on. Don't be a one.
I tried to scramble.
Don't. But
Dude, I had 2 seconds on the play clock.
Doesn't matter. You can make a read there. Throw to the
corners.
Yeah.
It was tough.
All right, do this. Streak Graham. Pathetic.
What?
Streak Graham.
Okay.
Put Nelson on out. You could throw a deep bomb here, or you have a bench to the right. So make a play. Make a read. The B's wide open.
It's challenging out there. Tight end corners.
Yeah.
One more time.
Tight end corners.
Where are we going?
I want you to flat both Fitzgerald and Nelson. I want you to put Elliott on a blue route and slide protect left. Smart route Graham and smart route A.
Don't have time. What?
You do have time. You just don't think you do. Throw to one of them. Wide open. All right.
Throw to one.
You threw it. You threw it very late. You did.
Gibbs, Patriots fan, he wants to go down at least 4 scores to start this one, so we can start the comeback. You know what I mean?
Is that true?
So we can start the comeback. I don't know if that was a Todd. A little bit of a Todd.
You had them open. You got to. It's like what we were saying in like in TWIM. You just got to practice. Got to practice it.
Got to practice.
That's all it is.
We're trying to roll out.
Wide was wide open. You're thinking run too much.
I don't think wide was open. We have Michael Vick.
They're both open.
We have Michael Vick.
Yeah, and now I don't have conductor, which is just.
You have Tom Brady. How do you think I feel not being conductor?
Why would you pick a guy that has gunslinger?
Because he's Michael Vick. You just said he was better than Tom Brady.
I didn't say that.
You didn't. You said Eli Manning. Because remember, you got fooled.
Also didn't say that.
All right, so now an S. Gibbs drive with Tom Brady here, single back jumbo heavy. We need a score. He's going to run the ball because he doesn't care about our rules. David Johnson to the crib. Gibbs ties the game. That was a pretty nice run. See, this guy doesn't know that you can't. See, I set this guy up. He's like, oh, they're doing a Vick passing challenge. They're not going to run the ball. Then Gibbs comes back. That's why we're such a good combo.
That's true. It's very true.
That's why we're a great combo.
That's right.
That David Johnson looked good right there. You didn't really do a whole lot except run dead straight.
Good blocking. I motioned Fitzgerald in the backfield. That's why you get a Fitzgerald.
Great blocking.
Yeah.
I had not seen a run like that, as they say in Star Wars.
In a very long time.
In some time.
In some very long time. Clowney brings the noise.
Jadavian? Bobby.
Honus.
All right. Defensively, what do we like? 2-4-5?
Yeah.
So I go Khalil Mack. I go Reggie.
Wait,
I go
was that not
Lawrence,
Brady?
Then I go Beasley.
Am I not playing with Brady?
No, I think that was Brady. I go Mel. I go Shanzies. And then I go Eric Berry because I like to give him a shot.
You always like the Barry, huh?
This is the new one. Pretty good.
Uh-oh. San Francisco offense? Ruh-roh. Oh, yeah. San Fran offense.
Oh!
Get ready. San Fran. You need to run cover 2 Hawk.
Cover 2 Hawk? How was that again?
So
like a lot
so that you're going to come out like basically you come out nickel blitz, hard flat, and then put buzz zones out there. Hard flat, buzz zones. So come out, hard flat, put buzz zones.
He's not in it anymore.
Okay, that's fine.
I didn't call really any defense here though. Okay, screen.
Oh, he's in jumbo heavy. So he's not in Niners, that's fine. So he's running jump heavy on you. Do this, hippie. Go goal line, go to goal line. Go to goal line, Go down. Let's see, yeah.
All right, you got the setup?
Yeah, baseline.
Fly it in.
Baseline.
Yep.
Press, pinch, pinch linebackers.
Yep.
Put one linebacker on a buzz, like deep line, like not hit. No. Shit, yeah, here you go. Make a play.
All right, he's going for it. No doubt about it.
So you need to put that blitzing guy, and you put this guy. He steps up here. You put the far left guy. You're not gonna run this.
Should I do it again?
I would, yeah. So
I'm gonna screw it up though.
No, you're not. You need to put 2 flat zones and user the middle linebacker.
That's it?
Yeah.
Baseline?
Yep. Pinch linebackers. Put that guy to flat. You're on. And user Wagner. No.
How about I just get a user pick with the Tomba? Go! I got one back right there for the boys. That was me, all day.
It is Brady.
Yeah, you got Tom in there. They thought it was Eli, because remember you got confused earlier when I did this mailbag question here.
That's not true.
I think you forgot, but I'm gonna go back to the game. I'll show them after. Whew, that's good. Good lurk with Tamba, my guy. +2 play rec. Brady. That's
Not bad.
not bad. Remember, because you thought this was.
That's not true.
Remember that, and then but it was Eli.
That's not true.
That happened.
Watch. So he's gonna go there.
Jumbo heavy. You're gonna throw left, probably, right? That's what I basically did.
Except
I pretty much did that.
Except your read was nowhere near that good.
Do you got a red zone player?
Of course.
Oh, you got the quick throw, right? It's gonna be to Dallas. You want it to Jimmy? It'll work.
See how you just kept him underneath just for a second with the motion? Bang. Like, it's like Novocaine, man.
Give it time. Always works. I like that little motion right there.
Yeah. Just keep, you know.
So do you think I should stay in that defense? In that?
Shouldn't I play defense now? Well, I think we messed that up. You should have been offense.
I should have. But I got to pick.
Okay.
I'll score before I'll score. Whatever.
I should probably. Okay, whatever. Good
Let's
thought.
get the ball back. Use your hit stick. They tell you now. So I don't even have to tell the chat anymore, but I still will. It's just so they feel good. Goal line.
So here's what you need to do. You need, again, baseline, pinch linebackers. The far left linebacker is going to come off the line of scrimmage and come up. You put him on a flat.
What is it? Baseline? Okay.
Baseline, pinch linebackers.
Okay, hang on.
The
Baseline, pinch linebackers. Okay.
the two outside guys blitzing need to go in flats.
This guy.
User Wagner.
Give me that. Which guys? I'm serious. I'm saying
the two outside blitzing linebackers need to go on flats.
So it'll be Wagner.
Baseline.
I know, but it'll be Wagner.
Outside guys. Don't need to know who their names. You just need to know the outside guys. Don't need to know their names. That's using baseline.
I thought I did.
Using baseline.
Am I on offense now?
No?
Yeah, I think I'm on offense.
You don't get to play two in a row like that.
I think that's how it works.
All right, fine.
You're trying to guide me.
All right.
Tough guidance right there.
Yep. It's all right. It's all right. We're right back in
Get
it.
Tom out of the game.
Tombo, yeah.
14 up, first quarter.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're a lot of points. A lot of points.
I got a user honus.
A lot of points.
I got to throw, because I'm man of the people. Michael Vick, gonna scramble with him.
Don't scramble first. That's
Gotta
the
scramble.
that's the no.
You Vick. You get a Vick.
How did your first possession go? 3 and out.
I threw
With all
pick
respect.
six. It wasn't 3 and out. It was a 3 and pick 6.
2 and pick 6. All right, don't forget. Sub in Vick.
Single back jumbo. Vick. Tight end corners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm basically just gonna drag this guy. Street Jimmy?
No, that's not what you
It's
do.
a great setup.
It's not.
It's a great setup.
It's terrible. That's not good. Go ahead.
Try motion anybody?
Do whatever you want. You're gonna call whatever routes you want, so just do what you
Yeah,
want.
pretty much.
Yeah. Just do what you want. That's cool.
Hit my own lineman. That was wide open though. That was wide open.
Just flat both Nelson and Fitzgerald.
Slant.
Did you option them? What did you do to them? Of course. You have to put them on option.
Then he runs a slant auto.
Yep.
Good.
Yep. Throw where the user isn't. Good job.
That's the exact read I had. It was crispy.
Except it was so late.
It was crispy.
All right,
It was further.
Go down.
That was the
go
one
down.
that inspired
Go
route.
down. Call counter waggle.
Flipped.
No.
But I got Vic. What do you want to do?
Let me
He's
see your
left-handed.
play.
He was born left-handed.
Streak Graham. Block. Put Nelson on a drag. Or I'll block him. Sorry. It's fine.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not.
What?
I'm just fighting. I'm fighting.
Do this.
Okay.
Do this. Show me the play. Drag X. Swing Johnson.
Which way?
Reset the play. Reset the play. Reset the play. Swing Johnson.
Which way?
Left. Drag Fitzgerald. All right. The read can go to Johnson, or it can go to underneath crossers.
Pick. Pretty lucky.
Run it again.
Yeah. 3rd and 1.
Dive.
Can't dive.
Yes, you can.
Michael Vick. The fans don't want to see me dive. I don't think.
They want to see you win.
Do they?
Yeah.
Boom. Vick.
He's not that fast. He's not that fast.
Kapow.
Does he look that fast?
Does he feel that fast?
I don't know. I've never used him.
Jimmy Graham is open?
Yeah.
How would I know that?
Go down. Oh.
What do I do?
I want you to streak Graham. Streak Graham. Put Nelson on out. Put Nelson on out. Motion Johnson to the. Put him on option. Motion right.
Well, no,
Go.
Just time.
I can't tell you what the reads are. You have to know what they are. Like honestly, I can't.
I had RB. That's where I was going.
Go tight end corners again. Run the ball.
Can't. I can't. I cannot run the ball. It's part of the challenge. I'm a man of the people. Like.
All right.
Sorry.
Do the. It's not the right setup, but okay.
This is how I run it.
Play. All right. Go down.
I gotta run with Vick. It's legal. Get it?
Mm-hmm. Get the first. Good.
You do this, ready? Definitely throwing a pick here. 25% chance.
Why would you ride that?
Because it's awesome if it works.
Why? You didn't do anything. Is that what this challenge is?
I mean, is that what are we trying to win?
Yeah. We're trying, yeah.
But are we trying to look good while doing it?
No, we're trying to win. Single back jump up. Go, jump heavy, go down. Down. PA waggle. Yeah.
To the left.
To the right. Doesn't matter. Do it.
I'm Vick.
Doesn't matter.
I'm Vick.
Streak A.
Streak A.
Don't do that.
What am I gonna do?
All right, good. All right. Put Johnson on a blue route. Block left. Go. B should be wide open. Oh, good scramble. There you go. That's good. All right.
3rd and 4.
Tight end corners.
Okay. Love to just run it right.
Should.
Can't.
Yeah. All right.
That's how I do it. Fight.
Falls forward.
That's why you get Michael Vick.
All right. Tight end corners.
Okay.
Streak Graham.
Streak Graham.
Put Nelson on a. Drag Nelson.
Is he in spinner?
Drag Nelson and put Johnson on
To
a
the
fade.
right.
Put Johnson on a
Fade?
wheel. Put him on a wade and motion him right.
Not gonna have
Go.
time.
You do. You got time. Go.
That guy just got saved by the bell.
Yeah.
Tight end corners.
Mm-hmm.
Streak Graham.
Mm-hmm.
Drag Jordy.
Yeah. Put and put Johnson on an option this time. Motion him right. All right. Or do that.
I meant it might be.
You want to throw the post. You got to keep him go to the Nelson route.
To X.
Yeah. If he stays underneath it, or scramble. Okay.
Jordy. Not bad. Tight end corner.
Tight end corner.
Tight end corner.
Tight end corner.
Tight end.
All right, do this. Put Fitzgerald on a drag. Swing Johnson left.
Should run it.
That's right. Johnson, if it's cover 2, like soft squat, they'll drift. Or you can make a read to X or B, like in the middle of the field.
Okay.
Go. Wide's open.
I threw to B. I threw to B right across the middle. He was wide open. He was wide open.
Same play. Tight end corner, same setup. Same setup. You can't defend all of it.
Okay, same setup.
Yeah.
If you're watching at home, it was
X on drag,
X on
half
drag.
back on a swing left.
halfback on the swing left.
Yep. All right. Nope. Okay, halfback on the swing left. Okay. So here's the thing. He can't. Fitzgerald and B are very difficult to defend.
Yeah.
And if the flats drift, you'll have RB wide open. RB's gonna be open. Nope. Why? All right.
Take 3 or go for it.
Go for it.
Even though we haven't really made
Go
a read
for it.
yet.
Just go for it. Just go single back, jumbo heavy. You're gonna go tight end corners. You're gonna put both of the outside guys in flats, and you're gonna motion Johnson out on an option. All right. Okay. So he's gonna crossman here. So put Johnson, motion him. Just get ready. He's gonna crossman. You have to be ready to throw the corners. Nope. Good play. Great job.
Dot a pot.
See, really difficult.
Minute
to defend.
17. We really need to run it though.
Scramble with Vick then. Right?
That's what we needed.
Sure.
We need to go with Vick.
All right. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, just for mind games.
All right, go. All right, call P, counter waggle. All right. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to streak. I want you to streak Y. I want you to drag X. Then I want you to block Johnson. I want you to motion Jordy Nelson to the right.
Yep.
You're gonna throw him a high point pass for the bread.
For the bread?
Let him get out wide and then snap it now. Go for the bread. At back of the end zone for the bread. High point. Got him.
Jordy! Hang on to the beam.
All right. Tight end corner.
I gotta play.
Tight end corner. Quick audible up. Quick audible up. Okay. Smart route Graham. Block Elliott. So here's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Smart route Nelson. You're gonna motion Nelson out.
Yeah.
Motion him out. Let him set. He's gonna go to the Clark route. You can either throw the corner if it's open, or you can throw the Jimmy Graham high point. Go. Watch. He's gonna go to A. Went to A. Go. Oh, picked it. Great play. It's tough. That's a great play. That's why you get there. To be honest, that's a bad stick right there with Vick. That was a great play.
Bad stick?
That was a great play. That was a great user play.
That's why you need Anthony Barr. He just picked a out route that was like, how far was that out route?
Pretty far. That was tough. I feel like you kind of messed up the punt, the return.
No, I pushed A. I wanted to make sure I got a short. I swear, I wanted to make sure I got a short tackle.
Gotcha.
I wanted to I didn't want to do the thing where you run up behind him and he just uses it as a speed burst.
Yeah.
Because I knew I had one shot at it, so I tried to make it like a better tackle. I feel like the Falcons. Hey, Tom Brady threw a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. I throw a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. I threw 2 pick 6s in the Super Bowl.
Do we get ball?
No, we kick off. We need
I get
D.
to play D,
We
and
need
I get
D.
to play O.
All right. I had back-to-backs.
Did you throw a high point out? You didn't throw a high point out, did you?
Of course not. That's not the read. Is that the read?
Yes, that's what I said.
No, you're not for the snap. You didn't say.
I did. I said throw a high point.
I don't think so.
I said throw a Jimmy Graham high point.
Thomas got to go. DRC, you have Mel Blunt if you need him as well to put in. Then you have Night Train.
That's right.
You didn't call play. Tamba, peace. You have 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. It's a jumbo heavy mirror match. We're basically playing ourselves. He's got the puppy dog uniforms. Who is that? 54, Bobby Wagner?
Guess so.
Make a play. I can't watch. I can't watch. We should have taken 3. Kick. Was that a good play?
Yeah.
That was a good play.
Yeah, that's the same play we try and run. Same play we try and run. It's tough. Good play. Tough play.
Car alarm. Seth Bielik has fallen. We need a score. Then I'm gonna get it back. You score. I'll D up. I'll score. We'll win in overtime. Tom Brady. They're calling GG's in the chat. Trizzy, I don't know about that, sir. I don't know about that. This is a Michael Vick, Tom Brady combo challenge. Go. That's on you, no offense.
Why?
Because you just got popped. Why would you not try and truck that guy?
Got hit.
David Johnson fumbles.
David Johnson fumbles.
But you knew that.
Allegedly.
I don't think allegedly.
Yeah.
I think in actuality.
I think that's the rub. I guess that's the rub on David Johnson, no?
That's the move, or not the move. That's gonna be 3 possessions. That's almost like going down 4 possessions.
And then having to fight back.
I don't really think you.
Crow flats.
Get out of there. We need a sack. We basically need a sack, right? I don't think we can really knock him out of field goal.
Yeah. We need cover 2 hawk is what we need. We need hard flats and then buzz zones on the outside. Like Mabel would be pretty good, and then you have to make another one on the opposite side. So I don't know if you got that. Gotta drop a lineman to make another hook up. He's gonna throw the seam. Yeah. Dropped it.
All right, we need to
cannot run that again without dropping the defensive
Yeah,
lineman.
he's 2 for 8. We need a block. We need a block. If we ever needed a block, Farls, clutch us.
Do you want anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Who do we want?
And that was a Vick drive too, which is not good.
Do I get to take over?
Yeah, he fumbled.
So what?
I mean, you fumbled. Now it's my drive.
Is that true?
I think that's how it works.
I think you've gotten more
We don't have time
drives.
to horse around. Jumbo?
All right.
Julio's in? Tight end corners?
T corners.
We need a big time throw downfield. We got Tom Brady, and that means it's got to be you. I can't take a snap with this guy.
Everything was going good, and then it fumbled. Try. I got the stick.
You got a touchdown in you?
No, I got the stick.
You're supposed to say, yes, I got a touchdown in me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got the touchdown in me.
You can't take a hit like that with David Johnson. I'll show you after. Is that a cross man?
Yeah, it's a good play.
4-down territory. We need some pats.
4-down territory.
We need little pats right here. Good throw.
Thank you.
Tom Brady. You don't have time.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Jordan 12. Brown's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Lines have been a tough area to defend.
Does.
Need a tud. Need a tud. Ooh, that was nice. That was real nice.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Brady now on first down.
Corner fumble.
Brady loses the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will in fact hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him.
And he's got it. It's
Wow.
He got 29 yards that time. But just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet.
The big fella. It's going the other way.
Tackle him.
The 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts.
Is that a fumble? Yes.
It's tough. Is that a fumble? I guess you threw the ball backwards.
To a wide open guy. No one was on.
Because he was behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got to take care of the football.
Tough. Is it 25 yet? Nope, it's 24.
Dang. That's how much the Pats were down.
25.
5.
Looking at the
We're not
scoreboard
even
like
there
that?
yet, and we're getting massacred on national live internet.
Yeah. It's tough.
Prince TYR, I grant you that sword. You must use it with honor and dignity. Judge the men of the chat not by their comments, but by their deeds, sir. Do not let the power overwhelm.
Ah, that was tough. He was wide open, too. He was in cover 0. It was good.
Let's get some Michael Vick time. Let's get a touchdown.
Fell in Vick. You gonna scramble with him?
Yeah. What else would I do? How can I just chuck it to B?
Roll out left if you can.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. It's good blitz. It's the master game of blitz. One P fake. Go goal line. P fake. Chuck it, right? Probably just throw a seam streak.
Sometimes Madden's easy. Sometimes it's hard.
Is that what you're saying? I like it. Sometimes that's
Sometimes,
easy.
like last night, I just chucked it to whoever I wanted. Didn't matter.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him. They really do. It reminds
Great play.
me of one great tight end.
It is, but it doesn't work.
That the user playmaker thing scares me so much because I'm like, wait, a fumble.
Yeah, yeah.
Where the kids can't get it.
Well, our powers combined this week did not work. Oh, Vic. Oh, Vic. Ooh.
That felt fast, but it was difficult to do.
How does throwing with Vic feel? Because he's a lefty. Is that like,
Feels alright.
is it a little bit weird or no?
Nah.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Get there.
See, sometimes Madden's easy, sometimes hard. Notice.
Good play.
Pause.
Good play. Good play.
See, how easy was that? Just having fun out there. It's like a kid out there.
Yeah.
It's a gunslinger.
He's a gunslinger.
He's having fun out there.
All right, minute 52. Can you get the 2? Down 2 possessions? All 3 timeouts?
Need it. Need a big score here. Let's do it.
They'll look to throw.
Got it.
They're gonna say the ball did not cross the plane, dude?
No good. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary,
Tough.
they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time
You
to
hit
throw the
stick.
ball, someone's
Let him stand up and then pop city. Ready?
open receiver.
Bang.
Come on.
That would have been a big hit. Unfortunately, I think I don't think we can win this one, Farls.
You don't think that.
And that allows you to cover a little bit.
Minute 49, all 3 timeouts.
Screen. Got a screen.
Good game by our opponent. Get there. Bang.
There's one.
Timeout.
And he is going to lose yardage here
Gotta tip the cap to the opponent, though.
on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first
I mean, the 2 pick sixes were critical.
in the final stages.
I mean, it's fine.
Wilson wants to
The pick 6s were tough. They were very.
Also, the broken tackles and not tackling anybody is been critical. He's 3 for 9.
Yeah. We threw 2 pick 6s and we had a fumble return for 7. So we actually gave up 21 free points. No? Right?
Yeah,
That's not good.
that's a lot.
You're not gonna win many games doing that.
No, you won't. I can confirm.
And I fumbled another one. So I turned it over twice. You turned it over twice. I had 2 fumbles. You had 2 picks. Right? That's not good. You're not gonna win many games with 4 turnovers. Get there. Make a play. Pick it. Where's your clowning?
3 for 10. 3 for 10, dude. This guy's is locked up.
We too many points. Gave him spot up too many points.
You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
3rd and 9, kid.
Got a dime set here defensively.
Stretch. Boom. Big hit. Bang. 4th down. Let's go.
4th down. We got this.
Locked up.
32 seconds. Pats did it. We can do it.
Yeah,
Block this kick.
But we're gonna be down
Not a big deal.
21.
I got it.
3 scores.
They were basically down.
Fake.
Faked it.
Ooh. We're right back in this.
Locked
Do I get the block?
I've been the only one that can score.
That's not true.
I just scored. Who scored last? I got Vic, dude. Let me troll a deep one. You know what I'm saying? Can we run the deuce close next? I'm nasty in it, bro. I'm nasty.
Get there. Oh, he fired that thing.
So easy.
He did fire that
That's
thing.
not a user swat. We need to. That's not a user swat. I played Madden. That ain't a user swat, bro.
Tough.
When you're not there in the coverage, taken by the offense.
Just change it up. Put 50 back there.
That's how I do it.
Let's go.
I do this. Boom, boom, watch, boom, right, boom.
And second and
Scramble.
10, he'll look to throw.
And wide open. Oh my
I
goodness.
know, but had to throw it that way.
Can I play defense now? Can I play defense now?
You can try and get a stop. You
Yeah,
need to.
with 8
I will run the deuce close right now.
We don't have it.
Mash. I mean, not right now, but after this game. I will run it back. Deuce close. Go pow, go pow. Reads.
It's always the final play of
Trying to sauce.
each week. The practicing the
Bam.
kneel down formation, the
Ooh, that was mean, dude.
Not nice.
That was mean.
It's not nice.
By the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Fight, you gotta be relentless. The pass were relentless, we're relentless.
Here.
Green. Watch this. I'm gonna show you the mistake you made.
Who?
All of us. Everyone. So, Brady Vick game went
Not
poorly.
good. Not good.
It was a disaster.
4 turnovers.
14-14. 3rd and 12. So what happened here is he didn't actually run his route deep enough. I had to throw that earlier. I had to throw it right.
You had to throw
right
it earlier. Yeah.
there.
You had to throw it earlier. You threw it too late. Let the corner come in. Yeah.
That was a good run by you. Tom Bahali user pick.
This is a
Watch
good play over the
user.
middle. Yeah, good play over the middle.
Boop. We converted that into points. We were actually up 14-7, and he broke a super long run against
That was tough. That was tough.
this defense. Then it went to half.
Pick before half, though.
This was brutal. It was a good play by him.
Great user play. Great user play because he went to he went to A right we thought, and then he peeled off
And that's why you need Anthony Barr.
because 6'5" gets that.
6'5", that gets you that animation. He's 6 yards away from Graham. Obviously, we want to throw a higher pass there. But
See,
you almost fell down, too.
you possession caught it clearly.
Yeah, I thought I had it. The part with Vic was frustrating.
I thought you were going to tackle him.
I thought I did too. So right now I'm thinking I don't want to just grab his back and then have him get a speed boost. And so I waited. I tried to come in on the side a little bit more, like push him out of bounds. So I pushed A right there.
Bad tackling. That's usually the best thing about having Vic for all these years, right?
So good.
You throw picks, you
And
usually
then
don't.
this is basically Larry Fitzgerald,
James Harrison.
Super Bowl 40 whatever.
It really was.
7?
You just recreated that play. You really did.
43.
Tackled him into the end zone.
That hurt us. This was weird. You were on D here.
I made a good user there.
He made a good user. This guy not getting the sack, Beasley, is insane.
Preposterous.
Insane.
And he threw a strike too, like with a guy in his face.
Yeah. And then you got popped with DB. This is just you
I
got to
should
get
have
out
covered
of
up. I should have covered up.
Should have covered up. You
covered
just
up.
ran into a hit stick.
I tried to battle ready. The problem was I tried to battle ready. It's Eric Weddle. Get at it. Wow.
You should have put your head down though.
Yeah.
When you run in the middle, it's too
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, you're right. Should have covered up. Could have covered up.
Then he got the 3.
The Brady fumble.
This one for the TD.
Wide open. Couldn't have been more wide open. Like no one on him.
It's JJ Swat. You got JJ Swat. Scoop and the score. Devastating.
It's tough. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you get games like that, right?
Yeah, I don't
It was a
think
good game. It was a good game to our
That
opponent.
was a good game.
You made
That was
some
a
good
game.
plays.
He was solid. He was solid.
Yeah.
Two's close. 1 round. Real quick. Make a guy
No,
quit.
two's close.
Make a guy quit. Browns playbook?
Not playing two's close.
All right, I'll play Deuce Close. I'm going. I'm going back for one more. Deuce Close. I mean, you can call whatever you want with Brady, but I'm going for it. You think I'm gonna go out on a loss, like the Falcons?
Probably.
Nah, ain't happening. Not on my watch. Not here. Not now. Not ever. That's what Marky Mark would say. But he left the game.
He did leave the game.
You guys hang out after?
No,
I
didn't leave the
mean
game.
during. I should say during. Brownzo. Deuce Close. Deuce Close. Lock up. Can't go out on a loss. Dude, this is the Vic challenge. The Brady challenge.
The Vick Brady
Gotta get a
challenge.
dub.
All right.
I mean, unless you got anything against it. The The chat thinks we're jokes right now. Some guy said you're a horrible play caller.
We didn't have our best game that day. That game.
We didn't bring our A game. What do you think of this Bosa?
I haven't really looked at him yet, but what I do know about the Bosa is one of the most balanced, like, stock guys in the game. So, like, he did everything really well.
So he's got,
yeah, look at that. Block shed, finesse, power move.
90 power, 94 finesse.
You should run shovel option.
Yeah, I'm gonna, but here's the problem with shovel option. Ready? They go after. They always play the halfback. They play Vick, so it's bad. Or it's really tough to run.
That's tough.
We gotta blow this guy out, get a quit. If we get a quit, I'll consider that loss done. I don't want to make excuses. Gibbs, you know I don't make excuses, right? Never do.
Sometimes
never
you
have.
do.
No, never do. Never do. In that game, we had to use your playbook. You know, I didn't feel comfortable. I'm not making excuses. You know I don't do that. But we used your playbook. We couldn't run. We're not allowed to run in this.
You can run.
What does the chat think? One, if we can
That's the whole
run in the
point.
Vick challenge, the Vick Brady challenge. Is it run the ball challenge?
So there's no running the ball at all. So there should be no passing at all with Vick either.
We tried that, but it would be too hard.
Yeah, right.
But that's why we got Brady. So if you want to pass, you sub in Brady. If you're going to run, you put in Vick. That's how it works.
So I'll pass only. So you're only going to scramble with Vick. That makes no, like, that's, he'll, all right.
I mean, you don't know. What if this guy's not good?
Okay. Only run with Brady, only pass with Vick.
I mean, I could shovel option. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just run shovel option for verts. And I have Wildcat.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you have reads? Shout out to General Richter for the follow. This guy kicked it out of bounds. Clown shoes. Oh,
That's a great kick. It's great. We almost 98-64 that.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Literally.
All right, so gun trips. Watch this. Fitz. Bam. Jordy. Slot. Bam. Shovel option.
And who's the halfback? DJ?
DJ. Should I sub in the lineman? This guy's not here.
Razor
Get a
Hog?
freeway. What if we lose to Razor Hog's computer affiliate?
It would be one of our lowest points.
This would be bad. He's on a D end. We got him. Vick.
Go.
See how that happens?
It doesn't work.
It's
abandoned.
really hard.
Abandoned.
It's really hard.
Abandoned.
Deuce close. This. Jordy.
You love the deuce close.
Fitz. Double Gronk.
You can't run double Gronk.
Oh, you can't?
Oh, because linebacker.
Oh, yeah.
Double Gronk.
You come out in the stretch even though you can't run the stretch.
Why?
Because you can't run. Ready?
Yeah.
You like the option route or what?
Option's pretty good.
Pick. Great play. That's a great play. That's a great play. Was that not a great play? That was a great play. Did he lurk it? He lurked it. Did he not lurk it?
Struggling, huh?
It's, you know what? I'm not going to make excuses. You know I don't make excuses.
But.
No, I don't make excuses. I don't make excuses. Is not being able to run the ball affecting me a little bit? Causing me to throw some Todds? I'm not going to say it is.
It's pass.
I'm not going to say it is because I don't make excuses.
Here.
Scream.
Don't mind if I do.
Did he lurk it? Yes, he lurked it. Let me know if you have mailbag questions that we didn't get to. We can break some down right now. This is game 2 of the Brady Vick challenge. We're getting smashed right now.
That's not true.
We can't lose again.
We're getting smashed.
We're getting smashed. We got smashed. You threw the ball backwards for a touchdown. At least when I got pick sixed twice, I threw the ball forwards both times. You know what I mean? Little coverage D? Oh, that's a good route.
Yeah.
He dropped it.
Yeah, dropped it.
Did he drop it? Yes, he dropped it. He could not possess the ball inbounds. It came loose, then he stepped out. 3rd and 15, he's not in field goal range. That's a good play. That's horrible tackling. And you make a lot of noise with my controller. That's my Gears of War's paddle. Be gentle. How about that? You like that play right there? PA's own shot. I have a play like that, but I never thought about putting the halfback on a wheel, but I guess I don't have it from that side. I should definitely run bench more, reduce close, yes, but you have to come out in it. How did that happen?
Don't know.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Again, they'll throw with Brady.
Can we get a fumble one time? 3rd and 1, let's go. We need it.
Here's every try and catch him.
3rd and 1, big play. Got to get a stop.
Not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass
Let's
defense
make a
is gonna
play.
be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you gonna go with the football?
Chilling, yeah. The Oregon offense, 49ers one, it could work. With Vick, yeah, that's not the best scrambling playbook, but you could definitely try it. 3rd and 1.
Clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap
Sorry.
off. 5-yard
Is it all right?
See the head coach writing that note on his play sheet
They
right
called
now.
delay a game?
He's
Hey, hey.
discussing that with his staff. A
Yeah.
sense of urgency.
You went off sides.
No, I didn't. You didn't delay a game. Play a game. What?
You went off sides.
Play a game.
You thought you went off sides?
No, I know I didn't go offsides.
You
My guy.
tackled the guy with Mel Blanc.
That's not true.
It's 3rd and 6. You can't knock him out of field goal range.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Halfback sent in motion. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
Just a great second adjustment right there.
Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively.
He's taking 3.
But instead it
I'm going to get back in that jumbo, go down and get us 7.
So on 4th down, Brady will yield to Gostkowski.
Is that what you're gonna do, Farls?
I mean, if you want,
I feel like this guy's gonna do a fake.
I could.
You could sniff that. So you would do a fake, right? Oh, I'm playing. I get to play off.
Sure?
Yeah. I get to play offense.
You don't want me to,
Bring in the old. Should I play with Vic?
thought you were Brady.
Okay.
Do you want to play with Eli? Remember when you thought Eli?
No.
Earlier in the show, if you guys missed it, I showed Gibbs these. I said, look at Vic, look at Brady, who's better? He said, wow, that Brady's really, really good. And then I said, Gibbs, that's not a Tom Brady. That's an Eli Manning.
What are you trying to say?
What I was trying to say was don't bring kicks that far out of the end zone and then user Drew can do a hit stick and lose us 6
How do you know it was a user
We
joke?
need every single yard we can get. Dude, we're losing to a guy who had an avatar play the first 3 plays of the game.
Oh?
You're going to run gun bunch tight end with Tom?
Yeah, of course. What else would you run with Tom?
Do you have reads?
Yeah, of course.
You have 8 seconds.
Yeah, of course.
You let Vic in.
Of course.
You're going to run the ball. You're breaking the challenge.
No, I'm not.
That was horrible running, by the way.
Get out.
If you're going to cheat, Patriots fan, at least do it properly.
Okay.
Score a touchdown and then go, ah. You know what I mean? What does the chat think about this? Just blatant disobeying of the rules.
2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So the long attempt.
Can you challenge it?
I'm sure I can.
You don't want to?
Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught
This is not our night.
bounds, Charles.
I don't know, man.
Good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried. Just
I'm going for it.
Don't go for it.
Going for
Punt.
Going for
You
it.
don't think you can stop this guy?
Huh?
You don't think you can stop this guy?
Going for it, bro.
Just use Vic. Just do anything. You got 8. You got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. We need this. Let's get a first down here. Two seconds.
Call timeout. Call timeout. What?
If you're gonna do a horrible play here on fourth down, just do it fast. You should punt.
No.
You should punt.
Nope.
You should punt.
My offensive possession.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. And he motions the wide receiver. Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Boy, a
Good play. You just threw 6 yards on an 8-yard down, bro.
Didn't
You
pick
know
up the
what this
pressure.
guy's doing on offense?
Huh?
Do you know what this guy's doing on offense?
Yeah.
You think you can stop him?
Yeah.
I wouldn't really pay attention.
Okay.
If he's in 3 tight ends,
Okay.
and then I'll just come down and get 7. We'll be up 7-6. No big deal. They're already saying GG's in the chat.
Okay.
That's horrendous defense.
Not good. Okay. Wasn't a good play.
What?
Wasn't a good play.
No, it's terrible.
Wasn't a good play.
Wow. Now we're getting full GG's in the chat. They don't think we can win. It's the first quarter.
I know.
We're down 10.
Running-
Pats were down 28.
Running stuff we don't run.
Pats were down 25.
Running stuff we don't run.
Defense? Run defense?
Everything. Oh, that was sick.
That was awesome.
All right. Let's do things with Vic.
Let's go. Let's get a drive.
Not gonna work.
See? That's how you deliver.
That's how you do it.
That's how you deliver.
All right.
It's a body blow right there. We should have punted, by the way.
Should have punted.
But why didn't you punt?
I thought the slide protect would pick up that pressure, but clearly didn't. Probably need to put him on delay. Probably need to put him on delay and slide the other way. Or I need to flip the play and.
I thought we were a triple option there.
We'll fight back. We'll fight back. Not bad. Getting great blocks from Fitz.
L Fitz is holding up out there, dude.
Great block. This guy's shades of shovel option last year.
Old school.
I don't know. It's not going to be a great call because that guy's blitzing on the right. He's sliding him over.
Jerry, I would wait and see. Depends if you're going to play salary cap, too.
All right. You going to run your own PA shot divide?
Maybe. Jordy?
You got this, Farls. I believe in you.
Believe in yourself.
I believe in you, Farls.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll look to throw now on first down.
All right. Get there. Oh!
He caught that with one hand?
We're struggling.
What was that, though?
We're struggling.
Who is that? Jake Ryan? And now he's like breaking it down? Want me to play D?
I'll play D.
You sure?
Yeah, we just swapped. We just swapped.
Why would you let me do that?
Who?
Who catches that?
Finally. Your diary.
Jordy wasn't open.
All right, let's go. We're gonna get right back in this game. Ready?
Let's go. Let's fight. I've been down 10 points before. need it. Let's make a play. Come on, Gibbs. This is the Vick Brady challenge.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers. One time
Mr. Reyes, he believes in us.
on second down. Here's Brady.
Dig it.
He's got Fuller.
Gentle on the Gears of War paddle.
Yeah.
Sets up a
Yeah.
third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with
Did he get to the one hand?
When we talked about him, they did.
they like his work ethic.
3rd and 5.
Guys running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue.
Come on, do it. Do it.
Who needs
Do
to
it.
get in for us, Howie?
Nobody screened.
Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That's
He's got the first
tough.
down
All right.
yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations.
Still midfield, plenty of time. You guys got a little more beef here.
That's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Flipped it.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating
Fight.
space for their guys carrying the ball.
Everything is fine.
Guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage. They almost
Everything is
feel like
fine.
he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in. With the 2 minutes in there.
2 minutes to play here.
He's taking it to the 2 on us? I don't think so.
Back to Miami after this.
10-0 Brady Vick challenge.
Come in, we're going to get
It's going poorly.
by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch that, hopefully.
They come out here in the eye. They're going to run this to the tight end.
That's not a first down.
He's immediately
I'm out.
taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Nah, you gotta get a stop and then you can take one.
It'll bring up a 3rd down.
Bring him.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight
Break.
ends.
What happened?
You keep going off sides.
I was clicked onto the guy on the left. I was literally clicked on the guy on the far left side of the screen. Is that Howie Long? No. I just got Mike Long. You remember that?
I remember that. Let's focus. There's a minute 42 left. We need to fight.
Got it.
We need to stay on sides.
All right.
We need to do our jobs.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the
Hold him
run.
to a field goal.
Green alone
He gets
down
balled
to
out.
the right. Now this time Brady will throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's caught. Touchdown. A.J. Green. 37
Wow.
yards. And his guys find a way to stretch
If we could please get the emoji fire. What was
they
that?
can be. It's so hard to
What?
find a diving
What?
catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath around the football without
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That was a good play. Like that. How did he dive like that?
and a great catch.
This will be taken in.
That was unbelievable, was it not?
Just score a touchdown.
Yeah. In this playbook? Okay.
You don't got dots.
It's not the playbook I play
You
with.
got Tom Brady.
Not the playbook I play with. That's cool.
They find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside?
Brady tackle.
Find out.
There it is.
Johnson. And they're able to get this one across
Is it? Is it though?
Yeah, that's good. This starts a comeback train. We get 7 before the half, we win this game.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
There you go. Bow.
Taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 14 there, and that'll be good enough for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push
I'm out.
his way
Yeah.
forward here for a good little
You're supposed to be my timeout guy.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I didn't mind the run there. It's fine. We have 2 plays. We need a Z-spot post. And some pass protection. We're just falconing so hard right now.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And a hit yard.
Did you see that?
Oh, what?
Because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people bodies all around him.
All right, it's 3rd and 4. It's 3rd and 4. Well, you got to at least get 3. If we don't get 3, it's over.
Oh my goodness.
If we don't get 3, it's over.
That was tough, man. That was tough. Was it not?
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Sometimes it's easy.
Sometimes man's easy,
Sometimes it's hard.
right?
Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Take your time out.
Yeah.
Across midfield.
What?
And now a whistle and a timeout called by
I don't know, man.
time on the side.
He caught the ball, carried it with him for a couple yards, and then he just threw it on the
I
ground.
think it's a fumble, if anything.
Yeah. I don't know.
Then you got sacked for an 11-yard loss.
Yep.
You had the underneath route to the right.
So on
Yeah.
4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt
You
it
punting?
away.
Yeah.
Fake punt.
Can't.
Hey, what? What?
All right, I'll go for it on 4th and 20.
I mean, you could.
I'll go for it on 4th and 20.
So you punt now, but earlier. You believe this guy?
I'll go for it. That's fine.
Hit X.
No.
Hit X.
X will what?
You audible?
No.
You can't audible. Humor me, press X. Can you call a fake punt? No, you just took a delay game because
Yeah.
you're. What is wrong with you?
What?
Why didn't you push X?
What do you mean? Because I'm 4th and 20. We're going to go for it.
What?
Yeah. We've got him in a pretzel. He doesn't know what to do.
Are you guys paying attention?
Yeah.
There's now you can't go for it because there's 13 seconds left and you're on your own half of the field. It makes no sense. What are you gonna do? You're gonna catch the ball and bounce, and then what's gonna happen? Like you can't like.
All right, I'll cough and corner him. What?
Jake Shum on to
I'll
punt
cough and corner him.
How'd you use your last?
Because I had to call timeout.
So you could punt?
Yeah.
Why would you call a timeout to punt?
Because why wouldn't you?
This is
It's a great punt.
very good
It's a fantastic punt. Yeah, right on the 12. Here we go.
The 12?
Right on the 12.
The 12?
Yeah, right on the 12.
Are you hollow? Is something wrong with you?
No,
Did the Super Bowl?
it's a good punt.
Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
It's a good punt. Not my best. Not my punt. Not my best. Get there. Play. It's a good play.
There's something wrong with him, right?
Why?
We're gonna call the doctor.
We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This
All
is
right,
the
you're on D.
NFL on EA Sports.
What is happening?
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you having a stroke?
No, are you okay?
No, I'm serious. Does like your arm hurt at all?
No. I'm good.
Do name 20. say 20 individual words. Go. 20 individual words.
Just say the alphabet.
House, cat, mall, hospital. Say. Give me 20 words. I gotta make sure.
Mutt, data bytes, prices,
No,
gauntlet.
not read. I didn't say read. I said come up with 20 individual words.
That's too hard. It's too hard.
No, I need it. Start 20 individual words.
House, cat, dog, mouse, Frank, Billy, Bob, Hank, Madden, FIFA, NHL.
I'm just saying video game. Is anybody in the chat a doctor?
Oh, so now you're run defense supporters.
You gave up like an 18-yard run
When?
for a touchdown.
Get good run blocking.
But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
We got to get back in there right now. This is our drive. It's our drive.
We don't even have the ball.
No, this is our drive. We need a big stop. We need a big stop.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up
Are you okay?
I'm okay. We need a big stop. Let's go. Strong close. Toss. Off tackle. Or the PAD play, right? One of them, right? Or dive. Bang. Alright.
Good chat.
Let's go. 3rd and 1. Big stop. Big stop. One more, give up one more touchdown, we're down 25. Roughly. And then things are looking up.
Gotta get down 25. That's the secret number.
Here we go.
I'm gonna get beat potentially by.
He's gonna run PA to bye, he's gonna throw the halfback.
That's fine.
Nope, inside run.
And we locked him.
Nope, first down. He got 2 yards. He got 2 yards on that. He got 2 yards on that. Tough.
That's bad.
All right. You got in there. You got your nose on the ball. Very important. PA divide again. Four verticals apparently. Four verts.
Oh, that just hit a guy in the chest.
Dude, it might be just not our day. That hit him right in the chest. It's tough. Gosh. All right, 2nd and 10.
Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
How do you hit a guy in the chest?
Don't know. Don't like
Pick. I just jumped a missile into his chest.
Gunga Galungala. Wow. Tough. All right, Farls, 3rd and 1. Can you overcome the adversity? Come on. What are you going to? 4-4 split? Lock him up.
Could give up the touchdown here.
Come on, Farls. Pick it. Oh, of course he tossed it. Go for 2. Go for 2. This is where the comeback starts.
All right, this is where it starts.
I can't believe it. I can't believe
We
it.
just gotta fake it. We need to go down 25. I'm gonna guess the score.
You can't. It's my
I'm
turn.
on offense.
You sure?
Yeah, you did nothing on.
Just like you did nothing on defense?
You punted.
We should no longer play games with each other.
No, I actually hate you right now.
Think I am enjoying you?
You're making a mockery of my account.
With
My
what?
challenge.
What challenge?
You're running the ball. You're passing it with Brady. You passed with Vick. You ran with Vick.
This will be taken in at the 1.
I'm gonna spark us. Let me spark us with a big play. Come on.
Tough. All right. This is where it begins, right?
This is where the comeback trail starts.
Down 25 challenge.
Yeah.
Put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
We got this.
Gosh. Is that Joe Hayden? Darius Slay?
One horse open play.
Gosh. Vick.
Gotta be way faster.
Gotta be way faster. He does.
Gotta be way
He.
faster.
The issue is you don't get out. You don't get out of the step. The first step isn't fast. Watch out, pressure on the right. It's gonna screen. FYI. Yeah. Ooh, there it is. You want B so bad. Get him. Oh,
I threw B. I waited and then I threw it.
He's got gunslinger.
It's gotta be faster.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Gotta chuck, bro.
2nd and 16.
Pressure
Watch.
right.
Pressure right. He's doing the 3-man rush. Even if you slide, he might pick it up, or he might get in for it. I first played stiff when he ran this. It was tough. It's annoying. Get there. Be the right club. Good play.
Yeah.
Good play. Good play.
They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot
Scramble, like.
because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually
You gonna catch that?
throwing the ball underneath.
No.
Press up on you, push 'em deep.
Gotta throw them more accurately as well.
Open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think.
All right, Farls.
Probably no pressure here, right?
Now he's gonna send it off the left edge.
Think so?
Yeah, definitely. That's left edge, kid. It might be right edge now. He could be set. No, he's using them, so it's yeah. Tried to get you.
Come on, dude.
Struggle, man.
I'm a captain of the struggle bus.
In before the fourth, we win.
We win.
And before the fourth?
Score before the fourth, guaranteed.
Touchdown. Gotta be a touchdown.
Gotta be a TD.
He's gonna try and send pressure left again. Yeah. Oh. Good play. Go, score before, score.
Through that last night, it didn't give me a touchdown. I mean, it didn't give me a first down. It was a 10-yard play.
Yeah, it happens a lot. Smart routes, like if you put a guy in or out, it doesn't really give you the route. And Colby. All right, that's basically in. Do we have a route to throw to here? One of the little squiggly dragons?
Oh, I got one. I got one for you.
Did that all the time, didn't matter the situation.
Probably gonna be picked. That's fine.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Yeah. What route, Gronk?
Yeah.
Is that the route? Oh my God.
Did he run commit and still pick it?
Yeah.
Did Vick not throw a high point right there?
I don't know.
Did that look like a high point to you?
When it rains, it pours, man. When it rains, it pours.
We didn't even pin him at the 1?
Nope.
I had dots. My 5 wide's pretty good.
It's not our night, man. It's not our night.
They're putting GGs in the chat. Sometimes Madden's easy.
Timeouts?
Nah, wait. You gotta get a stop here. Score. God. Then we use our timeout.
This has been the worst.
Then we get onside kick. Then we score. And we gotta add 2s on all that. We win the game in overtime. Their defense will be tired. Falcons.
Fall forward for 38 yards. We're playing big boy D here, okay?
What does that mean?
You know what it means.
Send 8? How many are we sending? All of them? They don't believe in us right now. Screaming.
Go.
We're gonna get smashed. Shh. If he runs a screen pass, I retire. If he runs a screen pass, I retire. Or he gets an inside zone first down, I retire.
He was nervous.
He was scared. We had this guy on his heels right there. We had this guy on his heels right there.
We'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
D up. Timeout?
No. Gotta save him. Dude, we got the 2-minute warning. We got our timeouts. We're not even down a full 25 like the Pats.
That's how you play D. Ice
He
up.
fakes it, I retire.
Ice up, son, right?
I'm back on O.
No, you're not. I'm back.
Yes, I'm on O.
You just threw a pick in the end zone.
I drove us down like it was nothing.
Let me return this punt for a touchdown.
Dude, swing him out.
Yeah, Sanders now to return.
Did not swing him out.
Yeah.
21 yards.
It's good D.
Well done on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. So out now comes the offense back onto
Come on,
the field.
Farls.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already,
Left?
they rely more on the
No,
ground
he wants to get you right. He wants you to think left. He's coming right. Go. See? Go. Scramble. Kobe. Good play. I thought I was going to give it to you. Just one of them days.
I have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it.
Pressure right, kid.
Sure?
Yeah. Go.
Toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
You gotta get rid of it.
Tried to throw it.
All right.
Did we not pick that up or what?
He picked it up. He re-shedded. Throw it up to Moss one time. One time, clap. You gotta roll out. It's not gonna work. All right, give me the sticks. Give me the sticks.
All right, let's come back. Just gotta wait.
Farls. Oh Lord.
Brady Vick challenge, epic fail.
Yeah.
This is an epic fail.
How you doing?
Huge Todd. I might play another one. I can't deal with this.
Green alone out to the right. Brady gonna throw here. He's gonna air one out. He's got it at the 15.
Okay, that's 3.
He gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout.
Worst game ever.
Worst game ever.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Gotta use your finesse move. Triggered. You want me to play red zone D?
Nope.
Sure. I screen.
Third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
The guy in the hat's got the paddle.
Just one of them days, right?
It sets up a third down and 4 now.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo.
About to be down 25.
Things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up.
Let's go. That's the turnaround.
That's the turnaround. Is this
We
where it
just got a
starts?
safety.
Is this where it starts?
It just flashed safety on the screen. It didn't mean that, right?
Wait, did we get a safety? Are we down 26?
No. But you saw that said safety, right? 100% said safety. Well, you need a score, dude. You just need a score. We're in this. Go.
There are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they
Right.
can execute it, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So 2nd and 10 here. And the wide out in motion. Brady again here on 2nd and 10.
How did he peel off on that? That's a wow. All right. It's not good. It's not good. I don't know how he peeled off on that. That was a left trigger throw too. It's all right.
Just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think
Todd.
about your routines.
Was it? That's a left trigger throw. I'll defend that. The deep blue broke on that.
Todd.
That's a left trigger
Todd.
down throw, bro.
Todd.
It's left trigger down
Todd.
throw.
Field, and now the final stages. So what will they do on the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun, and not much running room.
Is this the last TWIM?
Give him 3.
Ever? This is how it ends?
Conversion here on
This is it?
Not with a bang? With a whimper?
No one knows.
First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
User spin?
A user spin off.
User spin?
But
If he scores, he goes for 2. We'll be down 25. That would have been great if he did that. No.
Then they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. He made his first from 47 yards out.
All right, 1 play.
Let me return this.
Right down the pipe. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0.
Could be the last one of all time to this.
3 more points, and that widens things out even
We got some soul searching to do in the off season.
I know.
I feel like the Falcons, but at least they had a lead at some point.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair
We need a
catch
big
signal
play.
for
Need a big play.
Need
You got
a
a
big play right here.
you got a 3-second touchdown play?
I keep one,
Do you?
I don't know. Are they so defeated at this
especially against this defense. I might actually score here.
out of here?
That is one way to approach it.
Go.
Sometimes coach
What's this all about?
okay, it hasn't
Yeah.
worked all game.
But yeah, watch this.
Doing something
For real.
Double edge heater. Oh, he didn't even pick him up. Of course he picked.
Shed on Moss? Shed on Moss? Shed on Moss.
He got shut out. Deshaun Shed.
How about this? You know it's going bad.
What? When you throw the ball and it hits him in the chest?
When did I drive? When? This is what?
I cannot believe Shed just picked it on Moss. That was a safety.
Yeah. Two-yard line. We throw to Rob Gronkowski. He run commits.
Right.
That guy was wide open. I threw it a little early. But still, no high point?
No. No, I'm point triggered. All right.
Do I have to play again?
Nope. I think
Next swim, we go into training? We
you
rock
got
your music?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Next Wednesday night. I think I'm going to cry. 8 o'clock. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Be ready.
We need a new scheme.
Jumbo heavy. That's what I'm running. That's what I'm running.
With Vick or with Brady?
The conductor.
You need a Brady, huh?
You need a conductor.
Think that's funny?
Rozog took it to us, man.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Or whenever.
Ugh.
I'll be back on Saturday because I ain't going out like that. All right? Till next time.